On the walls, the Pepsi generation thought we'd seen it all. Brightly lit future with flying cars, and we'd all be superstars. Energy is endlessly entertaining us violently. Commercials play on TV, and nothing was ever free. Self-aware, made mistakes that land us anywhere. With coded phones and same machines, you could do anything if you just believe. Commercials play on TV, and nothing was ever free. Fake Nikes. He liked computers and Atari games. Wanted friends, but kids can't be me. He played the keyboard, loved the music scene. Formed a band that we pay to see. It's funny how people see all the rock stars on MTV.
Drive by the line, going anywhere. Life moves What's up, everybody? Random Judge Judy first. I don't know why that was out there. Anyways, we're here on a Tuesday, coming at ya, hoping to do better than we did yesterday. You know what I'm saying? It shouldn't be too much of a challenge, if you know what I'm saying. But we are here. It is Tuesday, 1:46 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Stratford, Connecticut. I hope everyone's doing well out there today. And it is now time to get into the show. Now, a lot of people have been saying, a lot of people in emails and in the messages have been saying they're getting a lot of dating advice from the show. So I wanted to absolutely continue that going here. So we're going to watch a little bit here, about 30 seconds here. This guy gives some great advice as well. And this is, in this instance, is how to kiss somebody, okay? So this will help a lot of people out there. Let's watch it real quick.
I think I am definitely more confident this time because I've already had that first kiss out of the way.
That's important to be confident.
I think my strategy is just go for the kiss. Maybe I'll be able to like slip tongue, and then from
that's
there
good.
Things take off, and who knows, maybe she's my first girlfriend.
Okay, here we go. This is pretty cool. We're getting in there. Hold on.
Hi.
Hello.
Hey.
How's it going?
Good, how are you?
Good. What's your name?
Emily.
I'm Josh.
Hi.
Can I kiss you?
Sure.
Oh, nailed it. Me? That's a good advice. See you later. Mission accomplished, boys. Mission accomplished. Later. He's going home satisfied. She is as well, honestly. Okay, that's it. But everyone's satisfied in that interaction, so I don't know what the problem is. He nailed it. Look at that. Went for the hair. That was pretty cool. Interestingly enough, Declan Black has already super chatted in Philip's chat, as I just saw it happen. It says, "Hey, Phil, been catching up on your playthrough and really enjoying them. I sent you an email. Was hoping you could check it when you get a sec." All right, there you go. I wonder what's in that email. I think the guy that's in that email looks like this dude. This is the live look at this dude. I found him. Declan Black, right there. I found him. Hey, Phil, I just sent you an email. You want to check it out? It's the same person. Anyways, we'll keep him there. Oh, also, a lot of new additions to the show today, by the way. We do have, now we can do this. So I'm going to ask real quick, Joe Hendry, what do you think about this guy's kiss? He likes it. He likes it. That's the first new addition. And the second new addition is in the temple. So unfortunately, we have to get into the temple to see that. But I'm really hoping it happens. We're really hoping it does come through today. But if we all put our heads together, we can make sure we get to the temple today. All right, here we go. So also, unfortunately, I used to play the boss man, positive boss man with the dance. It's not unusual, that one. That literally blocks it in multiple countries. That blocks the whole stream in multiple countries. And I have not just received one message. I've received 2 messages from people that are in said countries that said they'd like me to stop using it. So I will stop using the music style positive boss man for those 2 people I've got messages from. So big ups everybody for that. It was 2 different countries in the world, and I got messages from both those countries. So there we go. Okay. Let's move forward positively to last night. So during the last yesterday's stream, he got 2 goals in the morning stream to 300. So he got the goal there. Should be happy, right? Well, then we play Minecraft, okay? And in Minecraft, we start the stream off with a $300 donation. And it happens kind of at a weird time. So a lot of people are saying this could be fake, of course. But, who knows? Who never knows? I don't really think... I don't really buy into the fake tips too much, of course. But anyways, here we go. Where is the first one here? I want to show it to you in chronological order here.
We complete our night.
Here we go. Where is it? So first he bitches. Here we go, right here.
And then Minecraft will return next week.
Okay, hold on.
Hope you're ready to relax and enjoy Minecraft vibes. My attempts tonight will be to try
Okay.
tonight. If we
Here we
hit
go.
two goals
Yeah.
on this stream, all right? How about this? If we hit 2 goals on this stream, I actually will save my Bedrock and start a Java run in Minecraft instead. I will actually do that.
Like, who wanted this? That's the thing I don't understand. Is who wanted that? Who is this? Some big thing everyone's requesting? Like, oh my god, you're gonna change versions? Oh my god!
If you can get me to the goals tonight, so we can do DSP tries it tomorrow, we'll swap from Bedrock to Java, and we'll start a Java run and
Who
see if
wanted
which one's
that?
better.
I don't know.
See which one put me in a better climate, a better biome, a better place.
A better climate. Yeah, it's more comfortable in the woodlands
I'd be
biome.
down for that. And then we can
Definitely.
compare and decide which one we want to continue with. Or maybe we want to go between the two and going back and forth. I'll do
that's
that.
fun.
All right. Get me the 40 goals tonight. And I will do that. I swear to you, the moment that we do it, if we hit 40 goals tonight, I will stop playing Bedrock. We'll save and we'll go over to Java. There you go.
All right.
And you thought you were joking. You were making a bad offer. I'll accept that offer. There you go. Wrong. It's not $200 USD. It's $300 USD to hit 2
See?
goals tonight. $300 switch to Java. Let's do it. Can we hit the goals? Can we do the challenge, the Java challenge tonight?
Now this to me feels like he kind of knew it was coming, doesn't he? I don't know. It's like overly positive thing.
On
right?
Minecraft's chill stream, $300
I don't
switch to
know.
Java. Screw Bedrock. There we go.
I don't know.
Let's get it done. Someone said they were going to gift
Yeah.
like pressure to.
Wait.
Someone tipped $1.50 saying they don't like the goal system because we don't like pressure to contribute. Well, then I'll just go out of business.
Here's the key
Do
point.
you not understand that since last year when everything changed, when I got some extra attention, I
But how did that happen?
started making extra money. I
How did that happen?
upgraded my whole setup. I now have the ability to play everything at a high level, best graphics. Upgraded my whole setup. I now have the ability to play everything at a high
I have the ability, like it's possible for me to play everything at a high level. Oh, you mean high graphical level? Oh, not like skill level. Okay. I can play everything at a high level.
best graphics, best experience. Do you not understand the content has gotten so much better? Can you not deny? Can you even deny that?
I can deny that.
So
yes.
we have to keep it going to have that continue. No, I'm
shoot.
not getting rid of all of my goals when they're working. That's really stupid.
Okay.
Hey, something's working really well for you, Phil. You're doing better. You actually have more positive attention on you. More people are supporting you.
Yeah.
Your life is getting much better. You're spending more time with your family, but
That's not true.
still you're putting out better content. You're listening to our requests more. We're doing more things based off of fan feedback and viewer feedback. The content, we really like the upgrades of the visuals. We like that you're doing
Who's saying that?
special events like Lego nights and now wrestling commentary and all this. Why
Yeah, but you already stopped that.
don't you just get rid of all of that and go back to how you were? No, stupid.
That's incredibly. He's missing the point of the message, which was we don't like the pressure to hit the goals, which is what they were commenting on. The pressure, not on all that upgrades. You could do the upgrades without the pressure, but you know.
Bid? No. We won't go back. We go forward in life. You don't go
Yeah.
back
We beg more.
to when things were worse. You head forward towards progress.
Yes.
That's how you are successful. There you go.
You beg more, not less, dumb fucks.
Fuck.
See, so here,
Holy,
wait.
what are you?
Let's see it. The acting coaches out there. See if you believe this is real or fake. You ready? Here we go. And the Oscar goes to.
Holy, what? Are you fucking serious? What the fuck? Guys. All right, get this. Someone just tipped me $300. I'm not kidding.
What's that? What was that?
Celebration. Celebration. To the and we'll do but the fucking grimace right here. You know what I think of McDonald's? You know what you can do? You can take this zombie hamburglar right here and you can shove him up your fucking ass. You can take this stupid,
What?
ugly looking grimace egg that's dumb as shit and you can put it in your nose and blow it into the stratosphere. No one cares about the McDonald's shit. No one does, to be frank. At first, we thought it would be a big deal, but it actually doesn't add much or anything. Who gives a fuck about that, right? Who cares about this shit?
We thought it would. What? I missed the point of it. I'm not going back.
This is going
either.
away in a couple days anyway. For May, this is not going to be in my background anymore. This is for April. So,
yeah, that's April decorations, dumb fuck.
All right, tonight we're doing it. Thanks to this insane, generous $300.
I think, like, here's the thing. He seems honestly giddy about the money, though.
All right.
So, like, I think it's real, but I think it was planned. That's my final take, is that it was planned. Not fake, but planned that he knew he was going to get that at the start of the stream. He set that stupid, I'm going to play Java right now. Right? So he knew it was coming, and then when he got it, he turned into giddy. That's why he set up that plan, of like, oh, I'm going to go to Java right now. So that's what I'm guessing.
Tip that I just received.
Real and prearranged.
Out of nowhere.
All right, anyway, so that now that we have $300, the goal, there's not going to be any more begging, right? Well, let's do a little montage for you here, style.
Literally the person who just said, hey, Phil, why don't you get rid of your goals?
Yep.
Oh, that sounds like a good idea. Right? Oh, yeah, that would have really worked. Let's get rid of the goals tonight. What do you guys think?
All right, fast forwarding. Here we go.
Right, so now we haven't even booted the game. We're at 2 goals. There's potential we could hit another goal tonight, and we could start towards the Viewer's Choice Marathon. Remember, the Viewer's Choice Marathon, you right now can nominate games for this marathon. What you need to I really need you guys to suggest stuff, because now with the momentum we have, we have tonight, we have 2 more days of streaming this week. We might be at 5-6 goals before the weekend. We might hit it during the weekend. We might actually be doing the Viewer's Choice Marathon this weekend.
Okay, so this is important. This is why I want to bring this up, because get ready for this today, because it's going to be all about this. Well, we know he's taking off Thursday and Friday this week, right? And you also know that something was planned. We showed yesterday, but I'll show it again. Something was planned to happen late April. That is a trip to Connecticut. My wife and I are now going to take a completely unplanned, unscheduled trip to Connecticut, likely in late April. That coincides with the beginning of the requirement to have the real ID thing, okay? So, what would be nice when you take a cross-country trip is extra money. So, just throwing that idea out there that he seems very obsessed with this hitting the goal thing before the weekend. So when he comes back, he can do the stupid event, but he'll already have the money in his pocket. You know what I mean? So let's keep going, though. I've showed you how many times he said goals to this point. There is still 16 more mentions of goals, okay, around there. Flatterant says, "Oh my, mo big didu." There we go. Oh my, mo band steiru. That's my favorite one. You're already banned.
Holy shit!
See,
that's amazing. So thank you so much to the very generous anonymous tipper. We're doing Bedrock tonight. Excuse me. We're doing Java tonight.
Okay, 3 minutes later.
We're pretty crazy. We went from last week having several streams not hitting goals to within like a few days, like doubling, tripling goals here. It's crazy how it works, man.
Okay, 6 minutes later.
Someone in Kick Chat said, well, what if someone gives 50 subs? Can we play Java instead? And I said, well, I need to hit 2 goals to hit our next milestone and do a DSP Tries It episode. So if someone tips $300 and just gets us there, I didn't say tips. I said, if someone does $300 contributions and we hit 2 goals, I'll do it. And then someone tipped me $300. So tonight we're going to try Java Edition. I don't actually know the difference between people are basically saying I need to play on keyboard and mouse, which might be a little annoying. I guess we're going to see how it works.
Okay, 18 minutes later. Here we go, the next mention. Just want to make sure we get all the context.
Putting on games for me to play in a marathon setting. A lot of the times when we do that, those games end up being full playthroughs later down the line. I would absolutely love that. So please consider contributing to tonight's stream.
Uh-huh.
Let's see if we can get to 51 goals by the end of tonight, considering we hit 2 before we even started, right? You guys, please support the stream.
Please support, guys. Come on.
Well, you're right. I did play Java very briefly in 2015, but that was not a playthrough. That was me just dabbling in Minecraft for a little bit and kind of visiting other people's worlds. I didn't really try to play the game.
Why are we breaking the grass?
But I did try to play the game. It was 2019 into 2020, And that was my actual
I don't think I've ever done that in Minecraft in my history of playing Minecraft.
Year and a
Clear out
half.
the grass.
Thank you
Maybe
for
it's a different
re-upping
thing.
your
Oh, for
year
the
and a half
seeds. Okay,
run.
he's trying to farm. Okay, gotcha. Collecting seeds. Back in my day, we didn't have the seeds.
If you make fun of any stream chatter, Derek or otherwise, you're a fucking loser.
Back in my day, we were lucky when plants would grow. We didn't have seeds or golden apples like you whippersnappers. All right, here we go. Next one. Luckily, this is an hour later. Okay, this is an hour later.
Did you see that? There's a poop follow my butt or something. What was that? Guys, if you're enjoying Minecraft and you're happy that I went into Java tonight instead of
If you're happy that I went into Java tonight.
just Bedrock, which we had been doing for weeks there, please support the stream tonight. Let's get some support rolling, my friends.
You already got 300, brother.
We want to now hit 50 goals so we can do the Viewer's Choice Marathon.
See, look, Dev, you want the context on the shit comment? Sure. Okay.
Did you see that? There's a poop follow my butt or something.
What?
Okay.
Okay, let's see what it was.
Get more wood. Okay, what was that?
There.
What was that? Did you see that? There's a poop follow my butt or something. What was that?
Good idea. Great.
Guys, if you're enjoying Minecraft
Guys, come
and you're
on,
happy that I went
please.
into Java tonight instead of just Bedrock, which we had been doing for weeks there, please support the stream tonight. Let's get some support rolling, my friends.
Here we go. Listen.
We want to now hit 50 goals so we can do the Viewer's Choice Marathon.
Uh-huh.
By the way, did the Level 1 podcast ever process tonight?
Oh, great show. Let me check real quick. Here we go.
But it finally generated one thumbnail.
What?
But
We
it finally
hammered?
generated one thumbnail.
Generated. Listen.
But it finally generated one thumbnail. The YouTube is all screwed up with the podcast tonight.
I will
Those who don't know,
you.
we did the podcast earlier. The next marathon at 50 goals hit
gems
will
on the
be the
mind.
Viewer's Choice event where you guys are going to nominate and vote on games. The nominations are already opened.
Okay.
You've been seeing the link in the chat tonight as Nightbot and Kickbot have been posting it
listen
up.
again,
So please
listen
nominate
again.
games. Okay, the more the better. And the idea is to try to hit maybe by this weekend. All right, if we can hit the 50 goals by the weekend, that'd be perfect.
That is 10 goals away, guys. $1,500 in 2 days he is now requesting. Okay? That's 10 goals away in 2 days.
Perfect to either do it Saturday or Sunday. All right. So please contribute tonight.
That really leads me to believe it's all about this trip, right? Why is this all of a sudden pressure? Like, remember, usually he says, like, maybe we'll get it next week, and he's not like that optimistic about things. But I think he really is going cross country now. I'm really starting to think that when I wasn't sure before. I thought 2 days is fucking insane to go see your dying mom. But nope, he's doing it. 2 fucking days. Hey, Mom, what's up? All right, see you in the morning. Later, gotta go back. Hope you do well, though. Thanks for everything. Bye.
God. If you can, for Minecraft hype, now that we're doing Java Edition, which is what you guys were yelling at me for.
Yeah. That's what you guys were yelling at me for. Please donate.
Let's hit 50 goals by the weekend. Let's get one more goal tonight. We still have over half an hour left. We can hit that goal. We could. We can hit 450 tonight and get to 51 or 41 goals obtained. We could do it.
All right. And you think we're done, but
Tonight and get to 51 or 41 goals obtained. We can
next one?
sub. Please gift me the sub. I need it. So people know where to direct their generosity.
There you go. Told you we're going to do the montage. This is how much he talks about money during his streams, guys. It's wild when you put him back to back like this.
How much money to stop talking about money, says Chowder?
Yeah.
Get me to 450.
Oh.
Get me to 450 tonight,
Okay.
and we'll be at 41 goals, and I'll be supremely happy, and I won't mention it again for the rest of the night. I'm serious, too. If we hit 450, I will not mention money again tonight. Unless there's a contribution, I'll shout it out, but I will not say a word about hitting goals.
Got it? That's a
Another
possibility,
goal vein.
too.
Another goal vein.
Oh, my God. Goals on the mind. Listen to that. But it's also possible he's lying. He could take more days off. That's true, too. That's obviously true. We won't know until he doesn't show back up on Saturday and Sunday. But, I mean, how much of an idiot can he be if he tries to make it longer? He knows everyone saw this. It's all part of the plan, remember? It's insane. Listen to this. He said goal vein, though. Listen.
On another goal vein. Another goal vein. Another goal vein.
Yeah.
We found another coal vein. I called it a goal vein.
Yeah, you get it? That's how much you talk about money, huh? Let's see if he says last chance. No, he doesn't say last chance. Okay, let's get to the... I mean, I guess that's stupid too. Ninja Tech says, do you think there's a limit to DSP stupidity? And I mean, that's true. There isn't really. There is no limit to it. Philip is in chat now. Oh, he is in chat on... Did he enter chat? I thought I saw him there, but no, I didn't. He's not on anything yet, so who knows when he's fucking starting.
If you make fun of any stream chatter, Derek or otherwise, you're a fucking loser.
Yeah, who knows when he's starting. Copeside Phil in the house says, my mom recently passed, and it's absolutely disgusting that the only way he will visit his parents is if they're on their deathbed, and then he's whining and complaining about it too. That is absolutely true. Copeside Phil, sorry to hear that, brother. And as you know, you only got 2 parents, if you're lucky. If you're fucking lucky, you got 2. So, treat him with respect is the least you can do, is what I always say. And I know there's a lot of different situations where parents can be assholes too, and that's a separate thing. But you only got 2 parents, so you best treat them with respect, because they're the reason you are here. You know what I'm saying? And Copeside Phil, I know you wish you still could do that, sir. So Copeside Phil, thoughts with you, brother. Hope you're doing all right out there. Joe Dub says, YouTube pranks are more real than that tip. Oh, Joe Dub. I think Joe Dub, you saw the real giddiness in his face, right? You saw the giddiness, the happiness, the pure joy, Joe Dub. I don't know if he can fake that giddiness of the money and the, yes, people like me feeling. You know what I mean? But big ups, Joe Dub. Grimner says it's either fake or planned because of his reaction and his toys out pram nonsense, which was definitely a joke lined up for a tip. Such a liar. I mean, I think it was planned. I don't think it was fake. I think it was planned. So, I mean, it set up the fucking Java shit too. I don't know. I think it was planned. Logan say completely planned. The more hype he is about a tip, that means he knows it's coming. When he says, are you kidding? Out of nowhere, it is planned. I agree with that too. Can you believe this? I'm not joking. I'm not kidding right now. I'm not even kidding right now. Check this. Yeah. Mr. Extravagant in the house says, okay, LT, if all those tips are real, tell me why they are anonymous. What is snood? I mean, anonymous getting out of tipping DSP significant money. Tell me, please. They are keeping the circus going from town to town. All right? People want attention. Sometimes people even pay money to get said attention. So, I think those 2 factors go into why whales tip DSP. I mean, there's trying to be 3 factors. I think there is some real fans that tip DSP, like, I don't know, NDO or whatever, right? Iron Chef Sakai, right? He likes DSP as a fan, enough, I guess, and also he loves the attention. So he donates Phil a fuck ton of money, and everyone's saying Iron Chef Sakai in the chat, and he's hard as a damn rock. He's beating off twice a night, and then he's having the blast during the streams. But I also think there's people like OIC, who is like, they just want to keep the circus rolling. And they like the mystery, the mystique of OSC always around. You know what I mean? I imagine that's why they're doing it, right? And if OIC ever said bye, Philip would come to him so quickly begging on his knees. On his knees. Please come back. What can I do to have you back? And I bet he would like that too, right? I bet OIC would love that, you know? Because all of Philip's whales control his entire life. They control his entire life. And explain the anonymous part? Sure. Because some people that don't want to get the attention, they want to keep the circus going. That's the other factor. I think most people have both those factors in one, right? But some people are just want to keep the circus rolling, right? And also, Philip knows behind the scenes who they are as well. I guarantee it. So they're still getting the love of daddy, which is all they want anyway. So they're anonymous to the world, but not to daddy in their mind. The Finn domination daddy there. You know what I mean? So, I mean, who the fuck knows though? It's also stupid to try to attack these questions rationally when we're dealing with unrational people who want to be fin-dommed in a stream chat and get treated like absolute shit every night. Right? You can't think about them as normal people because they aren't. I'm just gonna say it, right? I don't think it's normal to be in a stream where someone tells you, when talks about money for the whole fucking stream, as we've seen. I don't think it's normal to sit in this stream and watch these pre-streams not unironically. Can you imagine? Think about how fucked up you have to be, guys. You saw the stream yesterday? We're making fun of them having a bit of laugh every once in a while. Imagine you didn't have that. Imagine you didn't have that. That's Chinese water torture. That's Chicky Chang Wang DSP torture. As he would say in the vernacular. I wouldn't say that myself, obviously, as you know. What the fuck? So that we should not attack these questions with the rational mind because we're not dealing with rational people. We are dealing with people that enjoy this content unironically. Even though there's very few of those, there's a lot of people in there that are half LARPers, I bet, you know? Like, I was watching, because he got, like, two sub bombs yesterday of, like, 10 or something on Kick. And I had the chat was frozen, so it was still up on my browser, and I checked it. And people were saying, like, thanks, OIC, thanks, Ryan, or whatever. And the person was like, no, it's not that, I'm not them. I just wanted the cheap badges. I know it's stupid. I just wanted the badges. Because apparently the badges were only 10 subs now. They keep going lower. The subs, all the badges were 10. They said, yeah, I know it's stupid. I wanted the badges, though. And everyone's even saying to them, like, you know he's going to not be here forever. Like, yeah, I know it's stupid, but I just wanted the cheap badges. There's a reason why sales work. You know what I mean? And some people will take a sale on the stupidest shit. Think of the stupidest thing you've ever bought in your life, right? The stupidest thing. I bet it's not as stupid as paying $50 for a fucking badge at DSP stream. But for some people, that's worth it. For some people, that's worth it, I guess. But holy shit, man. I'm trying to think of what the stupidest thing I ever bought was. I'm trying to think. Oh, I know. Here's one. When I first got to Japan, I was literally like less than a year in. No Japanese at all, right? No Japanese at all. And I went to I was playing Magic the Gathering kind of at the time online still, you know? So I was like, all right, let me go to the card shop and try to buy, try to see what's going on, see if I can find some friends, you know? I was still no friends or whatever. So I said can I buy a pack, right? Right? I wanted to buy a pack just to whatever. And they got the box out and they thought I wanted to buy the box, but I bought it anyway. I was like, all right, I'll buy it. I was too embarrassed to say no. That was the stupidest thing I ever bought. I couldn't say no. I was too embarrassed to say I really wanted one. So I was like, oh yeah, I'll take it. That guy's a scammer, by the way. Fuck that scammer. What set was it? It was, I believe, Innistrad, but I don't want. I remember was it the first Innistrad? Let me check the dates on that. That's my memory though. I'm trying to see what was the release on that. I can tell you if that's accurate or not. 2011? No, that's too recent. What was the first Innistrad? Was 2011? That sounds too recent to me. Was it Zendikar? That sounds right though too, doesn't it? Anyway, we're really sorry, ladies. Talk about Magic the Gathering. Maybe it was that's too late. That's too late too. I don't know what it was then. Too long ago. Different Magic. That's way too long ago. Ravnica? That sounds too early. It was 2007-ish, 2006-ish, something like that. So whatever came out that time, I should look, but I don't care that much. But anyways, that was the stupidest thing I ever purchased. And it was like $80, $90. And I was like, all right, yeah, that's what I want. And I had a fuck ton of packs for myself to do nothing with. Anyways, smart man would have sold them. Anyways, Down Forward Punch says, if you think that DSP regularly fakes tips, you haven't followed him for long. Faking tips is not how he operates. I'm with you, Down Forward Punch. I'm with you. I'm never a fake tipper. I'm not a fake tip believer, honestly. I am not, Down Forward Punch. I'm with you. Some people do, but I think some people, kind of want to think it's fake, even though it's not. But I think he would more quickly beg to his fans, literally in Discord, than do a fake tip, and someone will answer the call. Someone in that DSP fan Discord will answer the call every fucking time, right? DSP late, I guess. Let's see. Yep, waiting for DSP Gaming, and he's not said anything in chat at all yet. There are Barclays there though. The new Snow Carl. P-Wop says Phil would kick Kat out and rent her bedroom to OIC before he lets OIC leave the farm. But how do you like? How does he have the power in that relationship, P-Wop? I wonder, right? I wonder how he would have the power in that situation. You know, I bet he gives him guilt trips. That's for fucking sure. OIC, how can you leave me like this? You understand if you leave? You understand if you leave right now, the hugest W the trolls are going to get on us? You can't let this happen. I guess he could do that, but he's been doing that shit for years. He gives him he would give him the deed. Okay, the deed, yes. Ben Rogers asking, is Phil okay? Usually when you say directly, Philip will answer the call. Let's see if he does now. I'm fine, just making some clips. A great clip. What do you got a clip from yesterday? What, the ending? Let's go to the show ended. That was the highlight of the show yesterday. Let me tell you. Mickey Thor says, faking tips preserves his ego. Remember, the internet loves him now. Can't let the helmet see things slipping. No, but then why would he let it go sometimes? Like those 2 streams in a row when he didn't hit the goals, that $40 fucking Disco Elysium stream? Why would he let those go? Right? I guess you could say that that's because he wants to quit those games. But still, I don't know. I think if Philip started fake tipping himself, he would never miss a goal ever. He's an addictive personality. And let me tell you, one thing we can't do is have self-control if you're an addict. You know what I'm saying? Iwamoto is putting his entire career on the line, asking for a clip here. I want to keep this up though, because will Iwamoto be like this guy, or will he be like Joe Hendry? We're gonna find out in a second. He sent this clip, entire career on the line. Here we go, 17 seconds. Here we go.
Hoi, ik ben Maarten.
Oh, God! Oh!
Dankjewel, Maarten.
Dankjewel.
Oh, God! That was worse. Okay. Lifetime contract, Iwamoto. Please send me links. Oh, my God! That was way worse. Oh, my God! I feel violated just watching it. Oh, my God! It doesn't stop! Oh.
Nou, dankjewel, Maarten.
Dankjewel.
That's DSP and Cat's first interaction right there. Well, DSP doesn't have that level of vigor, let's say. He's not full of attraction. God damn. I won't replay it anymore. Unless some people get out of line, then I will replay it really quickly. I love the audio style listeners listening to that and wondering what it was. You'll never know. You'll never know. Ooh, need the burly man notch clip from last night. I love a burly man. So let's see. Here we go. Here we go. Okay, yes, I remember he did bitch about Notch. I did saw that on Twitter. Here we go. Big ups Bazooka Joe. Right here.
Minecraft, I'd be like, sold me, but he's early access. And Notch response on Minecraft is, first I remember, it was actually early access and it was free.
Okay, here we go.
All right, you guys asked me. I said, if we hit 450, meaning we hit 41 goals tonight, I'll stop talking about any kind of contributions, but there's been no contributions now, so now I have to talk about it.
What?
Now I have to talk about it constantly when I cut down trees.
Okay, I didn't play that earlier, but I wish I did. Here we go.
This is what you've done.
Oh, he just got the good morning all.
How did I first find out about Minecraft? Because it became incredibly popular.
Yeah.
When I was becoming a YouTuber. Like at the very early days of me becoming a gaming YouTuber, this game started blowing up in popularity. At first, I remember it was actually early access and it was free. And one of the first times anyone ever asked me about Minecraft is, Phil, what do you think about Notch giving away Minecraft for free? And my answer was, well, it's incredibly stupid. Why would you give a game away that you made for free? Don't you want to get paid for your hard work?
That's not at all what he said. That is not. He's trying to pretend he remembers when he doesn't. In actuality, it was the opposite. He said when it went to pay, right? It went to $15, and they wasn't going to add anything. So they were going to make it $15, and then they said, I'm not going to add anything at all, right? And that was it. And that was the difference.
And apparently someone told Notch, and Notch responded, wow, well, it's interesting that a prominent YouTuber
that's wrong too.
thinks that I'm a jerk
He's
for giving
saying
something
everything
away
wrong.
for free. It made me sound really bad.
Yeah, at the very beginning it was free, guys. I thought it was at the very, very beginning it was completely free, and then he changed to the suggested donation of 15 or whatever, and that was that time. I believe. Now, I know. I can tell you right now, what he's pissed about is that Notch said himself. I can just play it. Why don't I fucking play it? What else are we doing here? We have on the YouTube medium. I can play things. It's one of the good things about it. But I do have a video showing that exact point. The point Philip was pissed about, in my memory, was that it was going to be paid when it wasn't paid before. And that's what he said was stupid of him. So, here.
That wasn't a very good one. It kind of sucked. I'm not going to lie.
Here we go. I got it here. Here, this is the exact take. Why are we not going to guess ourselves and retcon it like him? Let's just play it.
All right, the next question. Hey, Phil. By the way, I forgot to start my timer, which is bad news. That means I'm going to assume 10 minutes is already gone.
Here we go.
Hey, Phil. IGN announced a release date for Minecraft on November 11th. Notch, who's the creator, commented that the official release game will not have any difference from the beta.
See?
November 11th is around the time of many major releases, like Skyrim, Modern Warfare 3, Battlefield 3, Uncharted 3, etc. Notch believes Minecraft can compete with these major games. My first question is, do you think Minecraft can compete with these major games?
Yeah, it's the wrong year. It should be 2000. I put it in the description, guys. Year is wrong in video. 2005 should read 2011. Okay? Tired of it. Pretend I fixed it. That's why this video is unlisted, by the way.
And the second question, are you going to reconsider playing Minecraft on its release date? Because in the present you've commented that you won't play it. This question is from XP Sunny D. So for your first question, do I think that Minecraft can compete with these major games? Absolutely not. Yeah. Notch has no idea at all about business or marketing. Here's the deal. The reason that people are playing Minecraft is because it is free.
So as you can see, by the way, it's free at this point.
It's the same reason that so many people watch my videos. It's the same reason that people on YouTube get millions of views. It's free. When you offer something for free, everyone's going to play it. It's that simple. Or watch it or whatever. You know what I mean? If right now there was an X-Men movie that was released for free over the internet and it was a high-grade thing, everyone would watch it and it would become one of the most popular things ever. But if you make people pay for it, it's a completely different thing. So Notch is basically going to tell people, starting on November 11th, if you like Minecraft, you have to pay for it to buy it. And I'm not adding anything new. So basically you're just going to pay to continue playing the game you've been playing for over a year now with no improvements. Guess what, Notch? You're a idiot. Most people are not going to pay for a game they've been playing for a year and there's nothing new. Sure, there are people who keep paying for games like World of Warcraft, but
there you go. So you got the point. This is the actual Twitter interactions. Shoutouts to Doomer Ziggy, obviously, for these. These is, I wonder if DSP still thinks Notch is an idiot. That's after he sold the company, I believe. And Notch, I know you can't see it correctly, but Notch says he thinks I'm an idiot. And that's it. And then DSP calls you a fucking idiot at 1:38. And other thoughts. Whoa, well, I don't think he meant it personally. It was only doing it to be controversial. Also, he was wrong. That is the only thing Notch said about DSP. You see how much DSP added to that story? Holy fuck, man. What?
Notch. And Notch responded, wow, well, it's interesting that a prominent YouTuber thinks that I'm a jerk for giving something away for free. It made me sound really bad because it was a stupid thing to say.
Nope.
I was ignorant. I didn't even understand that it was like early access and wasn't done yet or anything.
That's wrong too. Prominent YouTuber. Where was the prominent? I missed the part where it says prominent. Okay.
And then after that, basically, I was biased against it. When I heard that Notch had insulted me, he didn't really insult me, but he said something about that, like, oh, he's greedy or something. So I took offense for no reason because I was a moron back then.
No? What?
So
okay,
I basically was like biased against Minecraft, and whenever people brought up Minecraft, I'd be like, "Oh, that child's game."
Well, that's true.
Who would play that? What mindless twit would play Minecraft? It looks stupid. Look, it's pixelated. And I did. I just insulted the crap out of like anyone who played the game, and people got really upset with me, rightly so, about it. And over the years, people called me out for it.
So this is
Notch certainly made his money on the game. That's for sure. He certainly finally made a pretty penny on the game. He's got more money than I'll ever earn. That's for sure.
Oh, yeah. Poor Phil. Not making enough money to live. Yeah, barely making ends meet.
The schlub here playing...
Which is actually the truth, but not because he doesn't make enough money. It's because he spends too much money on WWE Champions. But go ahead.
More money than I'll ever earn. That's for sure. I'm the schlub here playing his game, begging for subs. That guy's sitting sipping his Mai Tais, then his feet massaged by big burly men.
Why would you say big burly men there? Wouldn't you say hot chicks? I mean, all right.
On a beach somewhere, I'm sure.
Why would you choose big burly men in that example? That's a lot of questions with that choice. You could say whatever you want there. I mean, why would you say hot chicks? Big burly men is the dream DSP holds in his mind, though. Big burly men. Yeah, how does Lex feel about that? Good question.
That's gay.
Yeah, I mean, you can say whatever you want in that situation. But we don't have to say big burly men there. But very telling, isn't it? A big up Grazing Poro who says, you Americans have such a huge penis. Yes, a very big wallet. Japanese wallet and penis both small. You want buy full box, yes. I really to this day I can't remember, but I didn't walk away from there thinking I was scammed. But I might have been, for all I know. But let me tell you let me tell you why I didn't go back to that place too. I think I told this story before. I went to that place the second time they were doing a magic draft thing, but they were doing a magic draft. I was like, let me go again, try to make some friends and be cool. So I went back to that same place, and there was a corner where there was dudes, literally dudes, dressing up their dolls, and I didn't like that. I was like, all right, I'm not into it. You know what I mean? And it wasn't anything. I mean, it wasn't anything like there was no aspect of sexuality to it, but it was still like just people dressing up dolls, legitimate dolls, like Hatsune Miku or whatever. I don't remember what it was, but I was like, all right, I'm out. You know what I mean? So that's what I was out for. Like, yeah, okay. I still did the draft though, so I wasn't that. But I was like, okay, I'm not going again. So that was it. Anyways, Copeside Phil in the house says, they should make all the prisoners in El Salvador watch DSP streams every day. Now, that would be real torture. And now, is the question worse than Chinese water torture? I'll never know, since I do have that low on my torture list. But so I drafted and left. And I got so fucking crushed, by the way. I still remember getting crushed so hard. Because I was just trying to be cool, and I didn't know about the new cards that much, and I got crushed by this fucking dude. And I was like, I was just pissed at everything, pissed at the world. Back to drinking, I guess. Well, alcohol, you never let me down. Bezino says, hey, Alti, what's your favorite scene from Namakura Gatana? See, people asking things, I don't know what this is. I you know me, man, with media. I haven't seen a lot of it, and you guys know much more about it. Let me show you this one. It's 1917 comedy animation. Now, that's pretty cool. I'll show you a picture of it. Here we go. This is before my time. This is before my time. 1917. Could you imagine 1917? You drop this on people? You must think you're a magician. You know what I'm saying? 1917. They must think you are like they must have lost. You could have charged $1 million for this. Like, you want to see this? I need $1 million in 1912. Yeah, I'll show you a second. You want more? $1 million. Make it happen. In In 2017, 11 frames. Oh my God. Listen to this. In 2017, film history researcher Hanshi Akihiko discovered 35 frames of undiscovered film, including new footage. Can you imagine that? 35 frames? 35 feet and 11 frames of undiscovered film. 35 feet, 11 frames. Oh my God. 11 frames. Lose your mind, you know? That's like real history of cinema. The footage included scenes of a masseur who had defeated the samurai making a mocking face and a samurai hiding in a shade of a tree while trying to kill the courier. We're learning all kinds of stuff today. Pretty cool. Anyways, there are 24 frames in a second. Okay, so that's less. That's half a second, but still, from 1917, that's pretty fucking hype, man. You found a real fucking fossil. Pre-Ice Cream says begging for 10 goals in 2 days is straight evil. Then this will be the most evil podcast you'll ever see. It's coming up today. Oh, that's the poll. Okay, how many times will we bring up? Well, how can I put this? Because you might say it in different ways. So, WrestleJam debunking says there's an arbitrary amount of frames in a second. What the fuck are you smoking? He might just be asking you what you're smoking. But, Paul Turner says there are as many frames you can smoosh into a second. Debunked live. What's going to happen? Relax, everybody. Let's find the truth to this. How many times will he bring up 50 goals? It would be nice to hit 50 goals before the weekend. Okay, there we go. Okay, so I'm going to start at 1 to 3, 4 to 5, no, 1 to 2. 1 is minimum, so I'm going to say 0, but I will anyway, just to, for the stat heads out there. 4 to 5, 5 to 6, 7 plus. Okay, here we go. Boom, poll started. Today's show starts now. Keel says Notch the billionaire has no idea what he's doing. That's why I think it's the biggest L take DSP has ever had in monetary value by far. By far. Copeside Phil says I'm gay, totally gay. Big ups. Iwamoto says, did you go to the party right after losing? No, I did not. I went right home to my own party. The cheapest party ever. Go to the convenience store, get 4 tall boys, 9 percenters, have yourself a good fucking night. You wake up the next day feeling like shit, though, but that's fine. That's fine. It's worth it. Trust me. Grazing Poro says, Nakamura with the oddly shaped head got Phil's gourd. Oh, this guy? Yeah, similar. Here we go.
And on today's show, we got some big updates because after yesterday's podcast, a heck of a lot happened. Not only did we determine what the 50 goal milestone reward marathon will be.
Doesn't count.
We had enough support yesterday that today we're actually doing DSP Tries It, which means we are now in the push towards this marathon. Also, out of nowhere last night.
Do you think that counts? I mean, he says... All right, I'll count it.
The last-minute decision to switch versions of Minecraft, and it seems to have paid big dividends. Plus, some updates regarding Borderlands 4 today, and more. So, sit back and relax, ladies and gents. It's time for another fun episode of the Level 1 Podcast.
Big ups, Mr. Matt says, imagine showing up for work at 11:30 a.m. Oh, I mean, yeah, unless that's your hours. I remember when I worked in Japan, my first job, you started at noon and you went until 9 p.m. And it really fucks up your schedule because you feel like you can't in the morning, like that. I'm getting ready for work, even though you might wake up at 9 a.m. It's like I'm getting ready for work, you know. So you don't do anything at all until your shift starts, and then you just get home and that's it. Paul Burrow says, imagine loving WWE champion so much you pay DSP to do it for you. That is a real addiction. There goes Paul Burrow. Here we go. Let's fucking go.
Good morning. Welcome to the
Wesley H says, how did you drink with that sort of schedule? Now, I could hold off on the weekdays. I was a very diligent I never got in trouble with work for my drinking. I would do my best to not do it during the week, but in the weekends I made up for it.
Good morning. Welcome to the show, everyone. I'm DSP, and this is the Level 1 podcast for Tuesday, the 29th of April, 2025. That's right. It's almost over. You can believe it. It feels like yesterday, April just began, and it was my birthday marathon celebration. And just like that, we're about to adjourn the month and head into a exciting month of new games and fun stuff here on the channel. So, today we got some big positive updates that obviously I'm happy to report to you, including having a rallying day yesterday of support because of so much awesomeness. We are now going to be doing DSP Tries It today at a unique restaurant. We're actually going to take a look at the menu together to see if we can figure out what it is that I want to order today.
Now we're in
and
trouble.
Actually do as a DSP Tries It at the end of this very stream. Okay?
Oh, fuck.
But in addition to that, now we are in full swing towards the build of the marathon at 50 goals hit. Now that we are at 40 out of 50, as you can see right there, we have to set up this next Viewer's Choice event. If you weren't here yesterday, or if you didn't see the podcast, I don't blame you. I don't know what was up with YouTube yesterday, but for whatever reason, the podcast didn't go live.
What?
Until like 10:30 p.m. Normally, the podcast goes live right after my first stream. At the latest, it would be like maybe like 5, 6 p.m. It takes a little bit to like process.
Yeah.
YouTube just sat on that podcast and didn't process it for ages and ages and ages. And it was pretty frustrating, to be honest. You know, that was a big one because we were announcing
that
the voting had taken place during the show. It was the marathon for Viewer's Choice that will be at 50 milestones
That was a big one?
50 goals hit at that 50
was the worst
milestones,
one
I should
ever.
have said. And we need people to nominate games. And by the way,
it went up 13 hours ago and has 230 views.
Have in droves, if you're not aware, as of this morning, over 159 different posts and nominations have been made for this upcoming Viewer's Choice event.
Popular.
We'll take a look at some of those together today. I'm actually interested in what you guys are nominating for this event. For those who don't know, the way that the Viewer's Choice events work is pretty simple. You guys nominate and then later on vote on games. Whatever games get nominated the most go into that final poll of like maybe 10 games. Whatever games get voted on the most get played in this marathon that I do that lasts, you know, pretty much all day. And we play each game for around an hour. Based on that hour taste of each game, I determine if that's something that maybe is up my alley or something that you guys liked watching me play so we can figure out, is it something that I should do for a full playthrough or not in the future? And this has worked out very well in the past. Many times we've determined that a game that I had never heard of or a game that I really didn't have, and then so I'm glad that you guys voted this in as what you wanted to do for the marathon. Now, by the way, don't be disparaged because a lot of people were like, oh, man, you know, that's great, but I was really hoping for a retro marathon where you go back to Mega Man, or I was hoping for the Closet Festival event where we're going to do a big hangout session and we're going to see all the hats and vests again, nostalgic vibes because we haven't seen them in a long time. And some people, you know, have wanted other things. It's all good. This has worked 4 straight months this year so far, where having these milestone tiered rewards and goals, well, really, it's probably the best idea that we had together. And I say that because it wasn't just my idea. It was an idea that we came up with together talking about it. And I want you to understand what that means to me. That because we have these awesome interactive streams where we hang out and we talk about ideas for improvement, we come up with these great ideas for successful events. I think everything we've done this year, right, has actually worked out really well. And I'm excited for more. So please keep the ideas coming. And I'm sure that we will have more new kinds of marathons and rewards, you know, moving on this year. But for now, I'm really excited for this one. So now here's the deal.
Please, go ahead.
All contributions moving forward, all right, are going towards this marathon.
Okay.
When we hit 50 goals hit, we're doing the marathon. We can literally do it as early as you would like. If we hit the goals for this weekend, we'll do it this weekend. Because remember, my schedule is really different this week. I'm here all day today. I'm here all day tomorrow. but I'm not here Thursday and I'm not here Friday. I come back on Saturday for a super long streaming week. Okay? I'll be here 7 straight days starting Saturday. So ideally,
7 days?
Marathons do better on weekends because usually on a weekend, more people can show up. I would like to do the marathon on a weekend.
All right, pull over,
but
man.
I have skepticism that we're going to be hitting, 10 goals by this weekend. Even if we hit a goal, all the streams between now and Sunday, that's only 6 goals. So unless, we get a big rallying of support.
No, there's only 2 days left, dumb fuck. It's today and tomorrow. What are you talking about?
So unless, we get a big rallying of support, I don't think we're going to be doing.
How is there 6? There's 4. Today and tomorrow. He's not here Thursday and Friday. Today's Tuesday.
All the, 10 goals.
Yeah, listen.
By this weekend. Even if we hit a goal, all the streams between now and Sunday, that's only 6 goals.
That's 4, actually.
So,
he's streaming on Saturday. Gotcha.
Unless Don's at weekend to do it.
I see what you're saying.
Or do we actually do it in the middle of next week? But then chance that a lot of people can't make it because it's a weekday. I don't know. I guess we're going to have to talk about it, all right, and figure it out. Now, if you haven't noticed, links are appearing in both chats. Both in the YouTube side chat and the Kick side chat. If you use the command !viewer's choice, or if you just wait every 20 minutes or so, a link will pop up.
Every 20 minutes.
Please use that link to nominate games for the event. That is very important that you
every 20 minutes
nominate games, because we're going to have those tallied up over the next several days, and then probably I'll do a poll maybe like Saturday where you guys will vote on the most nominated games. So how do you nominate a game?
How do you nominate?
Either respond to that thread and post, just give it a thumbs up. I hear Jasper's bell jingling, but I don't see him anywhere. Oh, there you are. Were you hiding directly in front of me? He was hiding every light up nominate 4 games, because podcast gives me time to eat a meal, Also gives me time I play around 4 games, because that way I can play each one around an hour. That also gives me time to do an opening intro or podcast. Gives me time to eat a meal, Also keep in mind during my marathons, yes, there's booze for every $100 that I raise of support in a marathon. I usually take a shot, and I'll probably have some flavored shots and things. I have to, during my days off, I have to get some stuff.
I appreciate it.
So, yeah, good stuff coming up. I'm excited. So if you want to see the Viewer's Choice Marathon happen sooner rather than later, all right, please support the streams this week. The sooner the better. If we hit tons of goals in the next few days, we could do it on Sunday. I would say Sunday would be best case scenario, but that's a lot to ask to hit 10 support goals in 3 streaming days. It's probably not going to happen. Then again, when I say that, yesterday we hit 4 support goals, and I certainly didn't see that coming. All right, in any way, shape, or form. So maybe we could. I don't know. Let's find out together. Let's see how the week goes. And thanks in advance to anyone who contributes, between now and when the marathon happens. I'm excited for it, but let's not get ahead of ourselves, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Let's talk about how yesterday went, because yesterday was a really great streaming day for sure. Both games had great progress and fun. The support was outstanding, and we can actually now look at what our reward goal will be for today, and figure out what it is that we want to get, because they've got some interesting stuff at this restaurant. It's a small menu, but at the same time, it's an interesting menu. Like, it's stuff that I'm not sure what to get as I look at it.
It's an interesting menu.
Debating this, debating that. Not exactly sure what to go for.
It's an interesting
So we'll look at that
menu.
in a minute. Okay, we'll look at that.
God, yes, that's coming up later. Hang on. That'll be the hype moment of the stream. Deposit Maker says, looks like another rough one. Good luck, LT. Yeah, we all need it today. We are in rough right now. Hosky says, weekend at Bernie's attire still going strong. Yeah, here. So he doesn't look like the Bernie guy himself. He looks like the friends more. But his face looks like Bernie. Right? He looks like the dead guy. But his attire doesn't match that so well. But some days it does. Here. This is here. Here we go. See? There we go.
That menu in a minute and try to figure out what we want to do. Fair enough? Okay. There you go. Okay. Cool. But
It
for
literally looks like my grandma's sheets, though. Like, you know, when your grandma has sheets on her bed that you go spend the night at, you know, for special occasions when you're a kid, and they have those sheets like this. This looks like my grandma's sheets in my mind.
let's talk about how yesterday went. All right. In the meantime, if any support comes in, I will shout. I'm not even kidding. I wasn't trying to time that. I was just going to say, if any support comes in, I will shout it out. And as I say that, we got a new sub.
No,
Thank you to
Oh.
Jalen, who has subscribed on Kick.
Excuse me, sir. Could you please read the full name? What's the full name, sir? I think that might be a very racist dig at a certain Jalen on your chat. So, want to say that? Jalen, huh? Jalen.
Let's get Jalen on the leaderboard here.
Let's get Jalen.
That is our first contribution of the day.
Big ups, Wall Yap. Here you go.
Each
That's fucking dope.
sub counts
Big
for
ups.
$5.
Wall Yap.
Oh, excuse me. Okay. So if anything else comes in, I will shout it out. Thanks in advance, everybody. So
He just wrote Jalen, too, by the way.
hold on one second.
What? Huh?
Over there.
What happened? Oh.
What's
What's going on?
Jasper has once again discovered the end of my light strand on the floor back there.
Yeah.
And he likes
shouldn't
to
be on
boop it because it like bends up a little bit. So he's booping it with his paw.
Yeah, maybe.
As long as he
it should be
doesn't
on
chew it, I don't care. It's very expensive. So just don't chew it, buddy, okay? You can boop it around if you want.
maybe it shouldn't be on the floor, or
See you. Want to jump up here? Jump
Maybe it
on the
should-
chair. Everyone wants to see you. What do you mean I froze? Oh, there was dropped frames.
yeah. That's what I saw too.
There
Not
was
me though.
a tiny amount of dropped frames on the stream, so I must have momentarily froze and unfroze. Sorry about that. That's my internet connection. Remember the other day, my internet crapped out for like 5 minutes and then came back. So,
Not me. It's all I know.
Jasper Kitty.
Oh
Right,
man,
anyway.
we're in trouble.
So yesterday was a great streaming day. Let's talk all about it. First of all,
didn't we already finish this?
in Clear Obscure Expedition 33. Yesterday we had beaten basically the second area, which looks
Later,
like you're
Mr.
underwater.
Extravagant.
And after doing that, we had headed into a whole new open overworld area. And this area, parrying in this fight to win the fight. It took over 15 minutes to beat this boss. Now, you might say, man, that's excessive. That's so
that's
grindy.
excessive, man.
Well,
yeah.
I think back to games such as
Here, I'll do
Lost
funny
or
moments in DSP history. I'll ask ChatGPT to draw pictures of them to give us something to do. Sorry, audio style listeners.
like very, very commonplace.
Here we go. Draw.
Remember, Final
a,
Fantasy 13 had like half an hour boss fights. Lost Odyssey was
Like
actually the
DSP.
same.
Draw
Okay.
a picture of. I'll do like DSP does.
But what I'm thinking, okay, is very simple. No one's really experienced stuff like that in a long time. If you think of where RPGs have gone in the last 10 to 15 years, even Final Fantasy, a series that, you know, at one point was very synonymous with this long strategic turn-based gameplay, has turned into a bunch of button mashing. I'm sorry, and a lot of people will have issue with this, but I don't. I'm honest. Final Fantasy 16
Go ahead.
was a game that really brought Final Fantasy down the wrong road. It went pure action-based. The combat was button mashy and so easy, it felt like I was playing Kingdom Hearts 3. That's not a good reference. That's a very bad reference, okay?
Not a good reference.
People like RPGs like that, but that's not the audience that Final Fantasy has. Final Fantasy has a different kind of audience. This game, Clear Obscure, is absolutely for the old school JRPG fan. This game is for you. Okay? For sure. This is what it's looking for. All right? So, if that's what you like, if you liked Final Fantasy X, right? If you like that style, this game is absolutely for you, and I'm liking it more and more the more that I play it. Really, like the more I'm seeing, wow, they're adding an interesting side content that's different, but now there's a giant optional boss fight that requires really precise parrying and stuff.
He's
it's
playing
cool.
easy though, right?
It's actually really nice. It's challenging. It's fun. The plot's interesting. Like everything I'm liking. Okay, so I'm actually very excited because tomorrow we're playing it again, and tomorrow we're going to focus on the story advancement. Because yesterday we did all the side stuff. Now we can focus on story, and I'm very excited for that. I'm also excited that yesterday the stream was so well supported. We hit 2 goals.
You already talked about this.
That's amazing. So thanks to anyone who was here for the Clear Obscure stream yesterday. It did well, all right? And I'm pleased with the fact that people showed up, engaged, and supported with the game. I was nervous that it would be the opposite, but it wasn't. Like, people actually showed up for the game to chill, and I'm happy about that. Like I said, I was nervous because last week it seemed like we weren't getting great attendance for Clear Obscure, and it kind of flipped yesterday, so that was good. Now, I said draw a picture. And I'm talking like I said make so DSP should be upset his shopping bags got stolen along with his shopping cart, but they gave me the shopping cart still there. Tonight, anyways, during my Minecraft chill stream, something very interesting happened. All right, someone in Kick Chat basically said, "Hey, are you ever gonna try Java Minecraft? Because you've been playing the Bedrock Minecraft for like 4 or 5 streams, 10 hours now. And we want to see you play Java Minecraft. That's the version that everyone plays on PC, not Bedrock. Hit 2 goals tonight. Yeah. I will actually just say, screw it. Let's do Java Minecraft and see the differences. We'll actually directly compare and test against each other and everything, right? Test against each other. I said, all right. Let's try it. Let's see what happens. And I'm just doing my intro. We're just hanging out and we're talking for like 10 minutes. And then I look and it says I have a tip, and I click on it. I received an anonymous $300 tip. And in the tip, this person says, all right, let's do it. Start Java right now. I really want to see that. Okay. So probably that means they said nothing. So just like that, boom, we start Java Minecraft. And my direct comparisons are as follows. Oh, please. Java Minecraft runs better than Bedrock Minecraft, period. Whoa. Like, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. I was able to boot that sucker up at 4K resolution. I was able to up the graphics to the maximum settings. I was able to increase the draw distance. Well, I guess they don't call it draw distance, they call it something else, right? But I also increased the spawn distance. Like, I increased everything. And it ran beautifully. But I had zero stuttering, think he faked it. 0 frame rate drops, 0 issues. So what's the deal with Bedrock? What's the deal? Why did Bedrock immediately give me problems and we had to mess with the settings? And you know what I mean? What's the deal with Bedrock? It was actually kind of frustrating in that regard. Now, there's definitely some distinct differences. For example, you have to play on mouse and keyboard, which I wasn't ready for. So here I was trying to play it like this, and my arms were getting tired. I didn't have my desk adjusted. Like when I play Call of Duty on mouse and keyboard, I pull the desk much closer to me and I'm in a more comfortable ergonomic position. In this case, I wasn't, because it was like an on-the-fly thing. And then on top of having to use mouse and keyboard, there's other distinct differences. Like you can't have your coordinates on screen at all times. I guess that's a thing you have to do. Like you have to mod the game. My arms are getting tired. Like when I play Call of Duty on mouse and keyboard, I pull the desk much closer to me and I'm in a more comfortable ergonomic position. In this case, I wasn't, because it was like an on-the-fly thing. Yeah. Why didn't you do it then? And then on top of having to use mouse and keyboard, there's other distinct differences. Like you can't have your coordinates on screen at all times. I guess that's a thing you have to do. Like you have to mod the game to do that. But I definitely lucked out and I spawned in a much better biome, right? Didn't I? You know you can walk around in that game, right? On in like just the standard starter biome, isn't it called like the savanna or whatever? Savanna. There were trees. There was, plentiful wood to build. There was oh my God, alien! There was plentiful wood to build. How would I describe my Minecraft experience? Well, there was plentiful wood to build. There was plentiful wood to build. There was also tons of animals. So now I'm going to be able to not only get food from those animals, but to actually, create a whole yard full of them fenced in, basically my own farm. This is like the Pilgrims reporting back to the the British government.
Plentiful wood. Animals all over the place.
Create a whole yard full of them fenced in, you know, basically my own farm when you think about it, right? My barnyard.
My barnyard.
But in addition to that,
barnyard.
there was already minerals and elements. Already there was cobblestone, there was coal, all the essentials that you need was like right there. But then right to the next side of me was a different biome. And up there were the cherry trees. I'm pretty sure right to the corner of my viewing, you could see a village. So I'll be
corner of my viewing?
able to head up there and interact with some villagers. There was a different biome.
We can have positive interactions. Yes. There's even villages we can interact with and engage with.
Like a beach in another direction. So basically, this is going to be pretty cool. All right? Like, I'm excited because this is a much better start than last time around with the Bedrock Minecraft. You know, for those who don't know, I think I started in what they call like the Badlands or whatever. And even though the Badlands is good for finding minerals like what is it? The redstone and diamond. It's actually quite hard to just find the basic minerals that you need, like iron, which is like, what the hell? That's like the starter mineral you need, and you can't find any of it. It's very frustrating. Okay?
Definitely. Very frustrating. Come on, Notch. The Abyss says, I hate watching No Jabba the Hutt. No, big ups the Abyss. Skorsky VP Real says, when Choose Gone, is it going to be a Lugo Boy Summer or more DoorDash and chill vibes? Tough question. I'd say Lugo Boy Summer. Lugo Solo Boy Summer. You gotta go.
Basically, in a 2-hour stream, I built myself a decent-sized house. I set up torches all around it. Okay? I started cooking. I started crafting. And now I'm basically set up. So next stream, I can set up a dock where I can fish and eat regularly from. Then I'm going to build, you know, a fencing and try to recruit a lot of these animals that are really local and make my own kind of farm barnyard or whatever you want to call it. So I can have them start to reproduce and have that be part of my setup. And then after that, you know, whatever we want to do next. Like, we could think about what's the next essential thing. Do I want to start mining and look for iron and stuff so I can start, you know, make a bucket and do the or whatever you want to sing and try to recruit a lot of these animals that are really
recruit the animals. Get in there,
local
sheep.
And make my own kind of farm bar thing for Australian currency. Australia.
Oh my God, this is so wild. What are we doing now?
Super chat. I have Declan Black did a 5 Australian super chat, I believe. And I forget the Australian conversion rate. I haven't done it in a bit. Let me take a look here.
Yeah, hang on. Let me check. I want to make sure we get that correct. Why don't you just counter for whatever it is?
A to USD, and I think that's Australian.
It's Australian, mate. Throw another shrimp on the barbie, mate. Matthew in the house says he's acting like he's never interacted with a human being ever. He gets so excited seeing NPCs.
This is a euro, but it's not. A is not.
It's honestly him talking about Minecraft is one of the most alien things he's ever done. It's wild. Let's recruit the animals. I could see in the corner of my viewing.
The euro, it's Australian.
It's wild. What
is the Australian thing here? What is the thing for Australian currency?
And he's so excited about this villagers we can interact with. Dude, it's a game, man. What are we doing?
Australian dollar to USD conversion. Here we go. So if it's 5, it's $3.19. There we go.
That won't help.
Okay?
That doesn't help that much, bitch. Pick it up. You want to get to the goal?
So this came in as I was doing the intro to the show, FYI.
No, it happened way before that, but okay.
So this is from Declan Black, and Declan says, hey, Phil, I've been catching up on your playthroughs, and I'm really enjoying all of them. I sent you an email. I was hoping that you could check it out when you get a chance. So when I saw that, I checked my emails. I don't have one. I even checked.
So, Philip, that wasn't during when the intro was playing then, huh? Because you literally checked your emails.
My spam. I still didn't see it. So, Declan, if you're watching this, I recommend you resend me the email, thedarksidephil@hotmail.com, and that way I will check in the next 24 hours, and even if it hits my spam, hopefully I see it. Sadly, a lot of stuff hit my spam filter, but I didn't see an email from you.
Yes, just tip it next time.
And then we had Mr. Papavera with a $2 super chat. And he says, I got my cheese wheel and my Argonian blood wine snacks for today. Awesome. Well, that's good news because today's the continuation
Mr. Papavera, such a card.
of Oblivion Remastered. So those are very appropriate snacks for today's first stream, which we're going to talk about in just a second. Actually, we'll go through the schedule, for the next few days. So you
Oh, God.
Yep. Saturday.
Gonna end it, man.
We're not even guaranteed
it all.
that we're going to be hitting the goals every stream. So let's see what happens.
Are we talking about goals again?
I'm off Thursday and Friday.
Yes.
2 streams Saturday. We're not even guaranteed that we're going to be hitting the goals every stream.
Yeah.
So let's see what happens. Worst case, it's okay if we can do the marathon maybe middle of next week, but I know that typically marathons do better on weekends. People always ask me to do a marathon on a weekend. Okay? So
a lot of people have been asking.
I guess we'll see how things go and go from there. But hey, if you want to see the viewer's choice, please support the streams. I appreciate that.
That's good for this. That's a good idea for summer stuff, Iwamoto. We'll be having fun. Then we do pre-stream in the summer. What are we doing now? Pulling? Yeah. God,
so,
what are we doing?
Let's see how it goes. All right. Right now, we got a couple super chats. Let's get our first tip of the day.
Come on.
Let's get our first member of the day.
Let's go.
We do have a sub on Kick, shockingly.
Ooh.
Because this week we've had almost no support on Kick. I'm not kidding you.
Except for the 20 you got yesterday?
2 people who gifted 10 subs each yesterday. We have Squirt Rocks, Seajor, and now we have this morning Jalen, and that's it. And we are already 3 streaming days into the week.
And
sure, it would be great to get some more support over on Kick. All right, please consider becoming a sub, gifting some subs. It would be awesome if you could, and get that momentum rolling over on the Kick side of things this morning. Okay?
All right, well.
Cool. And
no one's answered the bell yet.
When these contributions come in, I will shout them out. Fair
Thank
enough?
God.
Okay, so
the pasta maker says the tip message actually said for the $300, it said this. Okay, here's the 300 you mentioned you won in the Discord. You can make up whatever message you want. Just say it was from Anonymous, okay? Like, I think that's true. I think that's probably close to reality. The pasta maker.
What is the schedule looking like for the week? Well, today we're feeling at the end of the last Blueprint stream after having almost 2 hours of nothing. All right, and failed runs and no progress. We had insanely massive progress. I was able to solve a critical puzzle in the garage. This allowed me to unlock a new part of the map that will positively affect every single run that we do in Blueprints moving forward in a giant way. I think moving forward, we may actually be able to do whatever we want without much limitation. Okay, and you might say, well, what does that mean? You'll see tonight. For those who didn't.
The Seajor guy on Kick is a lolcow himself. He spent $5K on ethos on Twitch and funded a scam PC company. Now that's worth a field trip. Big ups, Terry's Gaming. I'll check it out.
Caught up, whatever. I don't want to spoil, but
I'll take a field
it definitely looks like with Blueprints, we are going to have a massive boost
Seajor
to our runs moving forward. In fact, I would argue probably no more dead, wasted runs because of this huge piece of progress. Okay? So, I'm excited for that. I hope you are too. Blueprints tonight, 6:45 p.m. to 7 p.m. Pacific time. Very excited to continue on with that. Tomorrow is my final streaming day of the week because, like I said, it's only a 4-day streaming week this week. Tomorrow will be more Clear Obscure Expedition 33 when we're focusing solely on the story advancement. And then tomorrow night, Lego night, we're going to finish the Lego Piranha Plant build. It's going to take all night because it took around 2 hours to build the pipe and the stem and the leaves. Now we're going to build the head of the piranha plant, and that is half of the steps of the build. So it should be exciting to see that conclude. Hopefully we get support for that because I'd like to continue doing Lego builds over the course of the spring and summer. And if we get support, I'm going to build another Lego next month. Okay? And that piranha plant will become a part of my setup for next month. So I'm very...
Here's the piranha plant, by the way. This is the finished product, what it looks like. There you go. This is what we're looking for. This is made by Bob Starsky, by the way. Looks pretty cool.
Excited to finish that off as well. All right, now I am off Thursday and Friday. I return on Saturday, and on Saturday we're gonna do another stream of Oblivion Remastered on the day stream, and the night stream will be the return of Black Ops 6 multiplayer. After being around 2 weeks away, not touching it, we're going to bring it back into the fold. Keep in mind, it's a 7-day streaming week next week, so you may see a little bit more of certain games. Okay? Keep in mind also that week there's a new game. It's called Metal Eden. It is in the vein of older school Doom, and I'm excited to try it out and see if it's any good. So we're going to be having that in the rotation. We're going to be
It is in the vein of older school
continuing on with Claire Obscure. There's going to be Blueprints. There's going to be Minecraft, all in the rotation that week. So I hope that you will join me next week. And, of course, when we hit 50 goals, we're doing the Viewer's Choice Marathon, which I'm also very excited
It's delayed. Great.
for. All right. So that's the schedule for the next several days. I hope that sounds good. Okay. A couple contributions have come in. Let's see if they're trolls or real.
That's
always
the level of troll
interesting to
tips
find
we're
out.
getting?
Let's see. Is a troll.
There you go.
So I ignored them. The second tip. All right, someone tipped $1.82 and says, good for you staying the course, no matter where the course goes or how bad it is. Right now the course is good. Right now we have no problems. Right now things are going well. The games we're playing are fun and interesting and varied. The streams are going smoothly. Things are going nice both on Kick and on YouTube.
Definitely.
And the support is great. So, zero complaints from me. Good course, right?
Good course.
Okay.
Good course. Am I right? Good course. Good course. That was very weird, wasn't it?
Why don't...
How dare you think I'm not doing well? Everything's going well, guys. Can't you tell? Things are going well. Things are going really well. Look how well things are going. Come on, things are going well. Kind of that vibe.
Why don't I count troll tips? Well, there's two reasons, Cracker Jacks. Reason number one is because trolls don't deserve to be acknowledged. They just don't. If someone's going to pay me, but they're going to throw an insult or whatever, they don't deserve to be part of the fun. They don't deserve to be part of anything. And they certainly don't deserve recognition. Okay? But honestly, reason number two, and this is the bigger reason, trolls tend to charge back. If they're insulting me in a tip,
I thought you never lose
later on, they'll
those.
try to charge back or do something stupid.
I thought you never
So
lose
I
those.
just don't count it because chances are they're going to give me problems.
I thought you never
Okay?
lose those.
It's that simple.
Okay.
And by the way, trolls literally never contribute anything significant. They'll do like $1, right?
Yeah.
They'll, you know what I'm saying? They'll do like, $1.50. Here's an insult. So it's nothing that, I didn't count it, and so now our count is so off today. It's not like they're throwing me hundreds and hundreds of dollars and I don't count it. That literally never happens. Okay?
Yeah.
For the record here.
Yep. Good point. Nerd Brew
Okay.
was saying, remember 1 month ago he wanted actual troll money? Why wouldn't you support to keep it going? Don't you guys want more content? Legitimately, he said that. Matt Ice says, here's some positivity for the stream, and God bless you, and God bless chat. And before you ask, yes, this is Flatman B. Oh my God, Flatman B! I have it all the count. Not really. Shout outs to you, Flatman B. Go find the edge of that snow globe, Flatman B. I know you're joking, Matt Ice.
Say hi to Rebecca. Hi to Rebecca.
Shout outs, Rebecca.
Acting back there? Oh, don't bite me. I was trying to pet you.
Yeah, we're not getting baited anymore, though.
He's laying behind me on top of part of my LED light strip.
Uh-huh.
Probably warm, right? Probably feels warm. He loves warm things. Remember, he used to lay next to the consoles. When I was using consoles constantly, he would lay next to the consoles. Now, he's probably sad because I don't play on console anymore, so there's nothing warm to lay next to over there.
Yeah, he's very sad.
Okay.
He's contemplating ending it.
Toasty Chestnuts, how's it going, man? How about this? How's everyone doing today? What's on
Horrible.
everyone's mind? I'm just curious. We have a few more things to talk about. We're going to talk about the Salty Blue
man.
menu, a little bit about Borderlands 4. How's everyone doing today? Did I see Metal Eden has now been delayed? What? It did?
What?
When did it get delayed? It was in the schedule as of just a couple days ago.
Just because it's in your schedule doesn't mean it's the real reality. And there we go.
According to this, it's May 6, 2025. What are you talking about?
Summer 2025. Big up to WhoaMoses for sending this.
It literally says May 6, 2025.
Well, I wrote this on the schedule, dumb fucks.
Metal Eden will be released on May 6, 2025 on PC, Xbox Series S and X, and PlayStation 5. If it got delayed, it's apparently not common knowledge because this is what it says online right now from like a week ago.
Yeah, this is Wario 64.
Did it just get delayed today?
April 17th, it got delayed. As you can see by
They
this.
even released a demo on April 8th.
Yep, and because of the demo, they wanted to push it
So
back
what are we
because there's
talking
things they
about?
wanted to improve. April 17th was the update. We'll figure it out.
Did it get delayed or what? You're confusing me.
Big ups, Grazing Poro. DSP is Flathead DDD for the big old tatas. He's got the moo on today. The moo with buttons.
Yeah,
They're rare, but they exist.
What? This is bizarre.
Oh, yeah. It's bizarre.
It looks like
huh?
it did get delayed, but it's not common knowledge.
What does that mean? What does that mean?
This is weird.
Here, watch this.
If I'm on Steam right now, and on the Steam page for Metal Eden, it says planned release date Q3 2025.
Not common knowledge. This is
But
not
there's
common
not even a
knowledge.
post on the page that says it got delayed. Remember, its set date was May 6th.
There's not even a post.
That's literally all over the internet, everywhere else.
Live
Dude,
research.
I'm on Metal Eden's Twitter page.
Yeah?
Their own Twitter page. And it
He's trying to
says,
copy what he's
will
doing.
be released on May 6, 2025. So, I'm going to tend to believe it's going to be May 6th. All right?
What?
Just saying.
That's not even true. Oh my God. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. I'm on the website for the same website he's on. Metal Eden demo available now. Okay. Look right here. Hey everyone, we decided to move the release of Metal Eden. How was he not seeing this? It's the second post. They released a new demo patch. It's right here, the second post. What? How does he not see that?
No, wait. Metal Eden, April 17th. Hi, everyone. We decided to move the release of Metal
There it
Eden to
is.
summer 2025. After going through the feedback from the demo, we saw some clear areas where we can improve. We're taking a bit more time to refine the game and make sure it delivers the experience we're aiming for. Your input has been a big part of that process. We know delays aren't ideal, and we appreciate your patience. So let me get this straight.
Yeah, let me get this
On
straight. Hang
April
on.
17th, they delayed the game, but they didn't update the date anywhere. Even on their Twitter header, it still says May 6th. And then on Steam, they changed it and it says fall. This is a mess. So I guess we don't get Metal Eden next week then.
I don't know what's
That
going on
sucks.
here. What the fuck is this?
All right, well, I'm glad that you told me it's actually not Q3. According to this, they're saying summer. All right.
I don't know what happened in that story. So now what are we going to do, Philip? We're gonna that's new content
All
for the
right.
next 15 minutes
Well,
talking about the delayed
I guess
release?
I'll take it off the schedule then.
Oh, no.
Let me
Big
update
ups,
the date.
Matthew. How dare those developers go against the schedule? That's what it sounded like. I got it on the schedule already.
That sucks. It's
Big
weird
ups,
because,
Matthew.
again, they didn't really officially say it anywhere, so I don't think anyone even knows.
Look, it has the gaming
So they're
chair in
saying
the back,
summer,
too.
so
Look.
I'm going to push it like...
The gaming chair in the background, shopping cart up in the air. This is better than real life. Come on. Look at he's very angry. Look at his shirt. How could you do this, Metal
I'm
Eden?
going to push it to like the middle of like late June, early July in my schedule here.
How could
All right,
you?
so that means the first major game coming out in May is Doom the Dark Ages, and that's going to be on the 13th, okay? So that's fine. That gives us time to focus on the things we're doing to get further in Clair Obscure, you know.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
fun
All right,
show.
so in there was hoping
We had some skip
that,
juice.
but it's all good, I guess. I mean, we're going to have Doom the next week anyway. So quite frankly, Metal Eden would have had to been a rush job, like play it and rush through it. Because when Doom comes out, all anyone was going to want to see is Doom, right? Okay.
Remember you said it doesn't look horrible, though?
Cat.
Which
Someone
cat?
sent me $2 and has a million questions about a cat. Just listen to this.
Yeah,
Any
please.
advice about being a cat dad? Any stories to share? I'm nervous about raising one. What is a boop? Do you believe cats have a temperament they're born with? Do you think that they're temperament? All right. When you tip me, I want you to understand something.
Yeah, go ahead.
This is not 20 questions. This is meant to be an interactive stream, right? Like, if you just want to hear some general stories about Jasper, whatever, it's not, hey, I tipped you $2. Here's 17 questions to answer.
So
no.
pick one. Pick one to answer then.
No. Okay? All right. I will summarize and generalize as much as I can.
Please.
For brevity so we can keep the show moving. I had never owned a cat before Jasper. I didn't know what it was like to own a cat. And to my knowledge, from what I've learned about cats since I've had Jasper and done research and actually interacted with many other cats, basically every cat's different.
I thought, yeah, because his mom had a fuck ton of cats, right? But maybe that was after he moved out, maybe? I don't know.
Generally have 3 different types.
Oh,
Type
God,
number
3
1
types.
are cats who generally keep to themselves and don't like human interaction at all. They're kind of loners, okay? Type number 2 are cats that are incredibly antisocial and want nothing whatsoever to do with humans.
Isn't that the first one?
So they're kind of like aggressive. And then cat type number 3 is kind of the polar opposite, where the cat absolutely loves humans, wants to be social all the time, wants to be a part of everything that the human's involved in, all right? And there's variations between. For example, there may be a cat that doesn't generally like to spend a lot of time with humans, but will still interact, will still live in the same house. You know, you can feed them, pet them from time to time, but then they want to go off and do their own thing. There's other cats that just don't like humans and want nothing to do with them. Just leave me alone, right?
So there's
Jasper
3 types.
is
the famous 3 types of cat.
The opposite. He wants to be part of the party at all times. When my wife and I are doing something, he wants to be there with us. Whether that means we're just relaxing on the couch, we're cleaning the house, we're making dinner, whatever we're doing, he wants to be there in the thick of things. He always wants to get pet. He always wants to be the center of attention. Right now I'm streaming and my wife's at work. So where is he? Right now behind me, laying down behind me right here in the room because he wants to be near me. You see, that's the kind of cat he is. He's a very social cat.
Remember, why do you lock him in the bedroom then?
So, every cat is different, you know, and it may take a while to figure that out. When my wife and I were looking for cats to adopt, some shelters already have predetermined the personality type of the cat, and they'll say it's blue, pink, or green. Blue is the kind of cat that likes to stay to itself but can have human interaction. Pink is, it's aggressive, doesn't like humans. And green is super duper comfy, casual, social, wants to always be a part of the party. All right? So there you go. Now, there's a million other things I can tell you about cats, but I'm not going to spend hours talking about it.
ChatGPT has given me a picture for your quick reference. We have loners, angry towards humans, and cats that love humans. Those are the 3 types. Okay, guys? Just so you know. This is the only 3 types there are. Enjoy. Loners, angry towards humans, and cats that love humans. That's the only choices there are.
About it. Well, I'll tell you, Jasper is very much a green cat, and life with cats is very different than life without, that's for sure. But at the same time, he's been an awesome part of the family and a great addition to our lives. So, there you go.
All right.
Okay.
So, someone should ask how his 2 cats get together. Yeah, I mean, I'd like to hear that. Door closed to keep birds safe from Jasper. Real has entered the chat with Grimner. Big ups. That's what I think. There hasn't been any birds for a while, to be fair. There has not been any birds since that last time 2 weeks ago.
And then we got a troll.
All right.
So I'm just going to ignore this troll.
Not going to bring it up.
What an idiot. Okay.
All right. Still had to respond. And still reading the tip. Great.
No, the rule in general is this. This is an interactive podcast. It's meant
and here we go. We're getting them exactly what they wanted. Here we go.
You want to talk with me? We can have a little back and forth. But I'm going to contribute $1 or $2, and I'm going to send you 17 questions. I'm not going to sit here for 2 hours and just talk to you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to understand that. If you have a generalized question, then toss it my way. But
ignore them.
He literally asked me like 7 questions about cats. I'm not going to sit here and talk about it for an hour. Okay. Okay. Yes, cats like to put their butts in your face because cats have glands in their ass. I'm not kidding. And cats love to rub their glands on things that they like. So they also, cats have glands in the side of their head, their face here, so they'll rub you there. They like to rub you where, like, you know, it's their weird glands. No, I'm not playing Days Gone Remastered. I don't care.
Shout outs to glands. I know that's true, but this is how he said it was very funny. Shout outs to glands. Who doesn't love rubbing their glands on things they love? I do.
When do I think GTA 6 will release? This year. I hope it releases by the end of this year. It's fair. Some people might get butthurt when you insult tippers, but lay down the law so we know. I didn't insult the tipper. I mean, the trolls, I'm saying, hey, you're a troll. I'm not going to address it. Yeah. I did not insult that tipper. I'm saying, hey, listen.
You made him feel...
We got to be realistic here. You know, for a $2 tip,
we're still
I'm not going to sit here for an hour answering 7, 8, 9 questions.
We could have answered all the questions 2 times over by now, but we're just going to keep bitching about it.
It's basically hogging my time. We have other topics to get to and things to do on the show. I hope that people would understand that. Okay? But I mean, that's any streamer too. Like, a lot of streamers just don't address contributions at all. Yeah. Like, literally, they'll just ignore them. Some streamers will just do a quick shout out and will never read your message. Yeah. Me, I'm the kind of guy that I do like to directly address every single person who contributes because I appreciate it. But you also got to understand that there's one of me and hundreds to thousands of you. And I have to have my time used appropriately. I can't just be talking about one topic for like an hour, especially when it's a very specified topic.
I think there's more tourists than ever right now. Bucksaw Pete says, man, the begging has really been on another level lately. Just a reminder, begging is not a business. Could you chill a little? Like, that's not going to get read, but...
too, you know, we're talking about gaming. Well, that's a topic that's going to appeal to a lot of people. We're talking about me being a cat dad. That might appeal to like 1/10 of my audience. You know what I'm saying?
I thought Jasper was a positive contribution.
So thank you
to a positive addition to the stream that everyone's going to like.
Cade for a $5 super chat.
How about Bucksaw Pete? How about Bucksaw Pete?
The biggest one of the day. And then an idiot did a super chat complaining about me begging. I literally haven't done it at all. Like, what are you talking about?
Fill up.
Hasn't even happened today. You're a moron.
Fill
okay.
All right. Well, there you go.
I'm responding to contributions as they come in. How could I be begging when there's already contributions coming in and I'm responding to them? You know, you're an idiot.
Fill up. 50 goals much?
Let's see here.
Maybe might get him tilted a little bit here for some interesting content coming up. Comments the Jiggling says, Jasper's ass glands in Phil's face. Real? Hell yeah. Jericho says, how many questions will LT answer for 2? Goo gots. No, I love answering questions. I'll answer all questions.
All right, so.
Big ups.
Speaking of contributions.
There, see?
Because we have hit so many goals.
You see?
Today's DSP tries it.
There you go.
Okay. And geez, this is a bright menu. I'm not even going to put it on the screen because it's like pure white. It's blinding me, and it will probably blind you too.
What?
But I'm looking at the menu of the restaurant I'm going to order from today.
We can't even show it on screen?
And this place is kind of unique. So what they have is different kinds of fish and chips.
What's it called again?
A couple kinds of tacos.
Blue something?
Some various burgers, salads, sides. Okay? So let's go through this menu. By the way, Kate, thanks for another $2 super chat. He says, my bad, I guess I'm too sensitive. Well, I don't know. That's for you to judge. I don't recall, insulting you or saying anything bad about you, so I don't even know why you would think you're too sensitive, but all right.
And then he did another one. Jesus Christ.
King Ferb says, I've actually been to this restaurant twice called Salty Blue. He recommends the shrimp burger. Well, let's take a look at what they've got. All right, so fish and chips, okay? They have...
Hang on, guys. Put your sunglasses on. Whoa, it's blinding. Get your sunglasses on, boys. Woo, better than RGBs. Hell yeah. Oh, my God. Get ready.
Of 4 kinds of fish and chips. Now, you can either get them battered or grilled. To my knowledge, I understand some people like grilled seafood, but if you have fish and chips, isn't it supposed to be battered? That's the standard way to have fish and chips. So obviously, I would get them battered. So they have hoki, which is New Zealand cod. That's considered the house fish, the basic. They have barramundi, which is an Australian sea bass. That's significantly more
I'll
expensive.
show you,
I've
even
never
though he
had
won't.
barramundi before. They also have halibut. Now, halibut is like Alaskan fish. It's super high-end, very expensive fish. I've never even eaten halibut in my life before. So I don't even know what halibut is like.
Oh, the precious halibut. I've never heard that.
Or tastes like, okay? And then they have shrimp. Jumbo
Super high-end halibut. I mean, come on.
tail on shrimp, okay? So looking at that, if I were to get fish and chips, I probably would just get their
Halibut.
standard hokey New Zealand cod.
Yeah,
Because that
why
sounds
not?
to me, they call it the house fish. That sounds to me like that's the standard that
That's
you
the
would
house
get,
fish,
right?
yeah.
Now, when you order those, you get it with an option of either chips, fries, or a house salad, or for an upcharge,
Ooh.
you can get sweet potato chips or a Greek salad. And it says that you can get sauces, either tartar or house sauce. I don't know what house sauce would be. Like,
What do you
thinking
think?
about it, with fish, typically there's two sauces, tartar sauce or cocktail sauce, right? Like, especially if you get like battered shrimp, usually you would dip that in cocktail sauce,
What's-
right? So I wonder what the house sauce
Wait,
is. I'm not
Super
sure.
Scuffer.
Okay.
Is
So right off-
halibut a very rare fish? Is this high-end fish in UK as well? Where a lot of people are asking, is halibut high-end?
The bat, looking at that, I probably would want to get one of the fish and chips. I'm just not sure which one. Tacos, not very many. They have fish tacos and shrimp tacos.
Oh,
Probably pretty basic. It basically says it's a flour tortilla with slaw, pico, and drizzle. So probably a no
look at all I do for
to
you.
the tacos. Burgers. Now,
Burgers.
this is interesting to me because they have a bunch of different stuff here, okay? Fish, which is battered hokey.
I am
Shrimp,
legitimately...
which is battered shrimp.
I am legitimately making Philip's content more interesting for his own viewers at this point. Like, I'm like, all right, if you are a dent, you might want to watch here because at least I show you what he's talking about.
Chicken schnitzel burger. I have never had a schnitzel before. And I'm curious if schnitzel is good. I've heard good things about it, but I've never tried it before. The chicken schnitzel burger is a panko breaded chicken breast with pickles, cheddar, and mayo.
Uh-huh.
That could be pretty good. They also have a grilled chicken burger, which is basically just a chicken breast with slaw and mayo. The salt...
It's basically like he's explaining it. He's just reading the menu. It's a grilled chicken burger, by the way. Basically, it's a seasoned chicken breast with slaw and mayo. Yeah, you think? That's what it fucking says. What? It's basically like he's like breaking it down for you. He's just reading the menu. Yeah, the fish burger. Well, it's basically battered hokey, a hockey, slaw, cheddar, and tartar. Yeah, you know.
They also have a grilled chicken burger, which is basically just a chicken breast with slaw and mayo.
Yeah.
The salty blue burger is a real beef burger, which is weird. Why would they have beef burger at a restaurant that's supposed to be like a, like a seafood restaurant?
Some people
So it's
don't want fucking fish.
beef patty with grilled onions, pickles, melted cheddar, and mayo. Or they have the deluxe, which also has beef bacon. What is beef bacon? I've never had beef bacon before in my life. Onions, tomato, greens, melted cheddar, garlic, mayo. So they just add more to it. Okay.
No, get out of town.
They have salads. I'm not going to buy a salad today, for the record.
No sap. Fuck that shit.
And then they
man.
have extra bites, which is basically like sides. So you get their chips, you get their sweet potato chips, you get potato cakes. This is an Aussie specialty, a sliced potato that's battered.
Ah.
Chowder. They actually have a halibut and hokey chowder, which has potato, dill, thyme, and spice served with a side of oyster crackers. That might be pretty good, their chowder.
That might be pretty good.
Calamari, which is crumbed rings. They don't do the tentacles. See, I like the tentacles and the rings when they mix them. They're just doing the rings, though. Tentacles. See, I like calamari, which is crumbed rings. They don't do the tentacles.
What kind of Japanese porn do you like, DSB?
See, I like the tentacles and...
Okay. Well, brave choice, sir. Very progressive.
I think I'm going to be getting chicken strips. Just a side of grilled chicken breast and pineapple fritters,
Ooh.
which is battered and dusted with a cinnamon sugar. That could be interesting. So what I'm thinking, all right, I'm thinking to get an order of one of the fish and chips. But which one, I don't know. Do I really want to pay tons of extra money for like barramundi and halibut. I think I just want to kind of try their hoki, their standard New Zealand codfish and chips, right? I think that would make more sense.
Definitely. Oh, we're banning people now. Not sure who. I'll check the ban list later.
And then I'm thinking, try one of the burgers. Now, I'm kind of torn on the burgers because I've never had a chicken schnitzel. And that sounds really good, that chicken schnitzel. But now King Ferbs has recommended their shrimp burger, which is battered shrimp with slaw, cheddar, and tartar sauce. So both sound good. And now I don't know what to get. Like, I was going to get those two things. Also, I'm intrigued if their chowder's any good. And I wonder what their pineapple fritters are. Right? These are all unique things. I'm like, oh, I want to try these different things.
Yeah,
so
just spend $100. Big ups, Chuck Berry. Glands in their
I think I'm going
ass.
to lock in and say, I'm going to get a
in.
Hoagie fish and chips. I think it just makes sense. Get a Hoagie fish and chips.
Locked in, boys.
With tartar sauce.
We are locked.
That's a lock. My question is, with the burger, what do I want to get? I would say either the shrimp or the chicken schnitzel. Both could be good.
There's the
I
burgers.
love shrimp, but I've never had chicken schnitzel, and I've always wanted to try a schnitzel. The word schnitzel sounds unique and silly.
Oh, that's very key with food.
By the way, 2 more super chats from Cade. First was $2, and he says, "You didn't insult me, no worries. I love your content." And he did another $2 super chat, and he said, "DSP gaming is the best according to all Harvard studies." There you go. Very nice. Thank you. Thank you for the 2 super chats there.
Thank you, Cade.
Okay.
Good job, Cade.
King Ferb says their chowder is but I come from the East Coast where chowder is amazing. Well, so do I.
So do I.
I've had both the New England and
fellow East Coaster, huh?
The New York clam chowder.
You want to touch
the red
tips?
and the white.
Oh.
The white is creamy and good. And then the red actually has a nice tomato but spicy flavor to it. I like both kinds of clam chowder. Theirs appears to be white because it says it's creamy. Halibut and hoagie with potato, dill, thyme, and spice. It sounds good, though. That sounds good to me. I'm also intrigued by the pineapple fritters. I may just order those, and then my wife and I can each try them to see what they are. It says
definitely.
battered and dusted with cinnamon sugar. So what is it? Pineapple with like almost like a donut? That sounds good.
What?
Like a dessert.
What? Donut? Yeah, it's a donut. It's a donut. It's Krispy Kreme. What becomes that? Yeah, it's Krispy Kreme donut, definitely. It's like a donut. It's a donut. It's a donut. Don't look deeper. It's a donut.
I think what we'll do, I'm definitely getting the Hoagie fish and chips.
Yes.
And then I got to decide. I haven't decided on which burger to get, if I should get the shrimp burger or the chicken schnitzel burger. I'll get one. Maybe I'll get a bowl of chowder to try, and maybe I'll get the pineapple fritters. I'll think about it. Okay.
Talby says this is worst podcast of the year contender. I still think yesterday was worse, honestly. I think today's better than yesterday, honestly. Unfortunately for Bob Starsky, came at the wrong time. Movie Science says the fact that he got 1,500 for this menu segment, I know, it's a sad state of the world, isn't it? Iwamoto says, I always peg the DSP for more of a Futa Yaoi guy. Ah, well, he might be a Futa guy. Cool. I don't know about Yaoi.
The only other thing I have to talk about today before we
he
kind of
might
go
be a Yaoi
to
guy, not a
open
Futa.
Q&A relaxing here.
Futa is interesting.
Borderlands 4 has had an update this morning. Borderlands 4 is changing the date of release, okay? So basically, Borderlands 4 originally was going to come out around the end of September, but apparently they're pushing the release up to September 12th. Why? Okay. I'm not sure.
We have skipped you
September
12th.
Let's
use it.
Ends for to be honest. On October 2nd. I'm just about Borderlands 4. Well, I'll be playing Claire Obscure, so I don't care. But maybe that's something that I'll get caught up on. And maybe like on Saturday's podcast, if there's good information, maybe we'll watch back some of it and I'll live react to it. But that's not something that I'm too crazy about that I'm going to go nuts for. And
yeah, I don't care about that either.
I'm going to drop everything in the middle. It looked pretty bad. And quite frankly, I think too hype about Borderlands 4 to be frank. But I guess we'll see what happens and we'll go from there. Okay? Okay. So we have a bunch of shout outs to do. First of all, Wolf-like just did a $5, or actually this is a £5 super chat. Thank you, Wolf-like. He says, I like your shirt. What happened to all your cool gamer shirts? Well, some of the gamer shirts wore out, to be honest. Like some of those shirts I had for a very long time, and they were just getting old and ratty and tattered, and the designs were cracking or whatever. I do still have a bunch. I do still have a whole bunch of gamer shirts, and I may whip them out from time to time for variety. But if you haven't noticed, in the last 1 to 2 years, I've liked to actually start dressing more professionally for streams.
Why did that happen?
Wear stuff that looks like actual adult clothing rather than just a gamer t-shirt. You know, I was wearing gamer t-shirts on stream for 10 years. And people were giving me shit saying, dude, you're like in your 40s now and you're still dressing up in gaming t-shirts every day.
One person said this.
Okay? I mean, can't you just at least do something nicer? And so after time, you know, listening to feedback.
Yep. BBC feedback.
All right, you know what? First of all, I own a lot of nice button-downs, pullovers. I just never wear them on stream. So I started wearing them, and the feedback I was getting was actually very positive. So I said, all right, why don't I try other things? And so I started wearing other nicer things, and people seemed to enjoy it and like it. And then I started realizing I like the feel. I like how I look in them. So let's just keep it going. And
Pompous
now,
2.0 says, well, you did whip something out on May 1st. Another tourist tip.
You guys have supported me so well this last, 8 months to year at this point, because we're almost to the year anniversary of when this began, okay? That basically I can afford to wear nicer things now. I don't have to wear 10-year-old shirts, that have been sitting in a drawer that I've worn 700 times. I can actually get nice clothes and wear them now. Now, the thing is, I'm the kind of guy, as I've told you guys,
I'm the kind of guy
that when I own clothes, I like wearing them until they're worn out.
Okay.
As long as they're comfortable, all right? To give you some
we need some skip juice. Let's listen to one chorus. This is the real reason we changed our clothes. Right here. Right here.
Me and Wings of Redemption can easily collab. You send me over the beat, I drop my bars
Let's get a minute of this.
Go.
This is why we change our clothes. Liquid Richard coming at you. WPIG 1651. The real reason we change our clothes.
Check this out.
I'm a fat fuck, but you know you hoe love me.
Y'all niggas ready? Oh, yeah.
That flow is out of style like a week ago. Whole system broken like it's Cully. Go. Vision. I stick pussies with precision. Vision. I stick pussies with a hot kitchen. I hit it from the back. 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 I hit it from the back.
Dude, his green screen use is so insane. Like, how did he do this? It's so crispy. That's some fucking crispy green screen.
Listen to this track. Your mom gives me double stack. Hop on the BBC. Gets toward me. Fucking worthless niggas. Go green. Ejaculation machine. Notification. Go green. Get that ass bam. Get that ass bam. Ejaculation machine. Notification. Go green. Get that ass bam.
All right, we'll stop. We got some skip juice back.
Perspective here. I bought everything new. These last 6 to 8 months. And some stuff hasn't
that
worked.
That was my nickname in college, by the way.
Some socks, but they were like short ankle socks, and they come off, and I hate that shit. If I'm going to wear socks, I want socks that are comfortable. I actually don't care how they look. I want comfort. And they were like bothering me and slipping on. Like, well, I guess I'm just not going to wear those anymore. That sucks. And I barely worn them. I'll probably donate them or something. Okay, like Goodwill or whatever. But I've basically updated my wardrobe in every capacity. And I'm very comfortable now in all the clothes that I'm wearing. And
very
comfortable. I can wear this stuff on stream. I can wear it on a day off. I can wear it whenever I want because it's normal clothing. As opposed to before, I'm not going to wear gamer shirts all the time. You really think I wore a gamer shirt when I was out with my wife on my day off? I don't think so.
Oh, I mean, how would we not know? Actually, with the picture we have out with your wife, you were wearing a t-shirt, though.
So.
But it wasn't, I'm not sure if it's a gamer shirt.
There you have it. I still have the gamer shirts. From time to time, I could pull them out. But I prefer to wear nicer clothes now. I'm older. I think I look better this way. I think it makes more sense. It's more, when you see a thumbnail with DSP and a catchy shirt, a shirt that stands out versus, it's just like a generic ratty.
What's a catchy shirt?
This way, I think it makes more sense. It's more, when you see a thumbnail with DSP and a catchy shirt, a shirt that stands out,
Catchy.
versus, oh, it's just like a generic ratty Mega Man shirt that he's been wearing for 13 years. You know, I think one appeals more than the other. More
Catchy
photogenic,
shirt.
more colorful, pops, right? There you go. But there's some I've saved. I have a lot of shirts that I've saved that, you know, again, for example, when we're doing themed stuff, like let's say we're doing Nintendo stuff, maybe I'll bust out the Mario shirt. If we're playing a Sonic game, maybe I'll bust out the Sonic shirt. I did bust out the wrestling shirts when I was doing Smart Guys, and if I'm doing something new with Street Fighter, maybe I'll wear a Street Fighter shirt, right? Makes sense, and that's cool that I have the ability to do that. And then it feels special because I'm doing it differently instead of just being every day. Okay.
All right.
Continuing on.
Sounds good. Definitely not self-conscious at all about our clothing choices. Papa Polecat is correct. His content has never been worse.
Someone took the buck and says, trust me, get shrimp burger and fritters. Well, there you go. Someone is a big fan of the shrimp burger and the fritters. Perhaps I will go for that. I don't know yet. I'm undecided on what burger to get.
Uh-huh.
Or if I'll get fritters or not, or what I'm going to do. I'll figure it out over the course of today's stream. But we're doing it. By the way, that's after Oblivion. We're doing that. The DSP Tries It is right after Oblivion today.
Thank God.
So FYI, probably what I'll do today is when we finish with the gameplay, the food will arrive. We'll do DSP Tries It, Salty Blue. That's the name of the restaurant. And then I'll probably upload the podcast and DSP Tries It, and that's it. I'll save the gameplay for overnight because there's no way I can upload all that gameplay between the streams when I'm doing DSP Tries It. It wouldn't upload in time. So, okay. Let's see here. I received a $4 tip. Good day. I understand you're making a move into modding of games. In my opinion, this is an untapped source of content and entertainment. You can make certain mods goals. People can suggest mods. You could basically replay Dark Souls for years with different mods and get a steady fandom in doing that. Does that sound interesting to you? Modding is also...
What?
You're doing the balancing of our whole new... It's the modern...
We don't answer 17 questions, but we'll read 14 paragraphs?
Mod, and it was the remastered mod. So there's the modern lighting, and there was some gameplay tweaks. To be frank, it wasn't that different from the original game.
Okay.
It looked a little different, but for the most part, it was almost identical with some gameplay and movement tweaks. I really did enjoy that run. I did. But a lot of people had issue with it because they're like, man, when we say mod, we mean mod. We want you to actually significantly change the game. So I committed that when we play Dark Souls 2, probably sometime this year, I will use a mod that will completely change the game. So one would like to affect. It used to be Surfside London at one point. I would like to do that, but we never got around to it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Nintendo Switch 2 did a $2 super chat and says, Phil, tell Cade to unblock me. No, it's not my job to tell anyone anything. If you have an issue with someone, deal with it yourself. I'm not your dad, and I'm not here to play referee between different chatters. Sorry about that. Okay.
I'm not your dad.
I got a $2 tip. Someone says, DSP, I've noticed you haven't tried a lot of cuisines or dishes until recently.
Yeah.
Was it because you were stuck in the same food as a kid? Was there simply not a lot of variety in Connecticut? When I was growing up in Connecticut, there was a few different foods that were prominent. Okay, number one, Italian food. There were many Italian restaurants that had authentic pasta dishes, antipasto, actual Italian-style breaded calamari, pizza, that kind of stuff. So that stuff I'm well-versed in. I grew up with authentic Italian food. All right, East Coast U.S. has the best. Connecticut, New York, New Jersey, like the best Italian food you could get in the whole country. Okay? Connecticut was also known for various kinds of...
Go ahead.
How do I say? Seafood. So...
Shrimp, how do I say?
Clam strip.
How do I say this very common word? Oh, yes, seafood.
That kind of stuff. Not real like fish, like salmon and stuff. That's up here, Pacific Northwest, where I live now. Connecticut was more like shellfish, okay? Like that kind of stuff was very prominent in Connecticut. Also prominent in Connecticut was diner-style food, like a Greek diner or an American diner, that kind of stuff.
Diner-style.
You could get that kind of stuff all over Connecticut, and I liked that.
Diners are only in Connecticut. I don't know if you guys knew this.
All right. So that I would argue that was kind of like the three prominent cuisines of Connecticut. All right. There's maybe a few more here or there, but those are the ones that stick out the most in my mind when I think of what could I get for like good food in that state.
Yeah, definitely.
Now, were there other things? Yes. But honestly, it didn't really branch out until I was getting older. Like right about the time when I was going to move, like the early 2010s, all of a sudden I started noticing sushi restaurants, hibachi restaurants.
Which coincides with when he started living with Leanna, by the way.
That kind of stuff started to move in and become more prominent in Connecticut. Okay. But it was like around the tail end of when I lived there. So I did actually start to eat things such as sushi and the like when I was there. When I moved to Washington 11 years ago, my eyes were open because out here, there is an insanely huge,
that's why he left.
Heavy concentration of Asian population and Asian cuisine. There's also a lot of Middle Eastern, Mediterranean. So I started having things like Indian food.
Whoa.
Thai food.
Whoa.
Vietnamese food like
Get
pho,
out of town.
which I never had before. That kind of stuff. And that opened my eyes to different cuisines and things that I never actually tried before. So yeah.
Asian people, open my eyes.
To be honest, yes, when I moved out here, it was kind of like a culture shock. Out here, guess what they don't really have? European food at all. There's like no authentic Italian, no authentic French, no authentic anything of just recently that restaurant moved into my area that does British meat pies. Outside of that, there was like nothing. You know what I mean? So it really was a big twist and a big change. So there you go. I hope that answers your question. All right.
Baking is his business and hobby on Kick Name. That's a
and
good
also
name.
To be honest, okay.
Oh, please. Yeah, why start
with the
now?
return of DSP Tries It over the fall, this has allowed me to now have a reason to try other cuisines. Right? When DSP Tries It was defunct, I only ate out once a week with my wife, and we tended to kind of eat the kind of stuff that we just liked. Yeah. But now I'm trying all kinds of new stuff as a result of this show and this series, and it's actually interesting because I'm trying new things that I like, a lot of things I don't like, right? Okay.
Oh.
So what happened? People were tagging me and asking stuff, and I missed it. Hold on.
Some band names for you. 1379 on Champions this week. That's how much you spent on Champions.
Yes, any contributions that come in on the podcast, this is all one stream. This and the gameplay is considered one stream. So anything that we have right now is towards the 150 goal, and that 150 goal also continues through the Oblivion portion of this stream all the way up to 4 p.m. Pacific time. I have been to Asian markets since I've lived out here. They're very unique. A lot of the food that they have, the supplies, the seasonings, all that stuff that they sell is not stuff you would even usually find in a regular supermarket. It's like a whole new world of suppliers and food ingredients. And it's cool.
A whole new world, suppliers and ingredients. Fuck ton of Asian people. It's culture shock.
You want to make some of that stuff? You can get some really unique and fun stuff from Asian markets. You really can.
Unique stuff can be found at Asian markets.
Based Alpha Real, I guess you're deaf. Did you not hear me 5 million times today mention that the upcoming marathon at 50 goals is the Viewer's Choice Marathon? Do you not see the links popping up in chat to nominate goals for the Viewer's Choice Marathon? He's asking me, what's the next marathon?
Good. That's the way to do it. Commence the Jiggling has a good point. When he says there's nowhere that serves Italian, French, etc., he of course means there's no one in the DoorDash radius. That is what he means. That's the only thing he means. It has to be in DoorDash radius or it doesn't exist.
Okay. All right, guys, we got some extra time.
Oh,
a little bit of extra time here. What would you guys like to talk about? Tag me in the chat.
Tag me.
All right, and let's get some topics rolling for the end of the show. By the way,
please.
So far, we got some super chats. So far, we got some tips. We got one sub today. One legit new sub. Let's get some gifted sub support over on Kick. And let's get some memberships on YouTube. We didn't get any memberships on YouTube yet today.
I thought we don't do the begging thing.
Let's get some stuff rolling in that regard. Let's get that momentum going. Let's get to at least $50 of support before we start the gameplay.
All right.
We're at 38. We're almost there.
Let's
get to it, okay?
We're almost there. He barely did, JFX. Barely. He said he doesn't care that much. We're not doing the
There's
direct.
a bunch of people being racist. Well, they should stop being racist immediately. That's absolutely unacceptable.
Big ups, Grimner.
When am I bringing back Friday Night Fights? Good question, Hearts to Hearts. I'm purposefully giving fighting games a rest. Why? Street Fighter 6 is played out, really isn't offering anything interesting or new. Every time I play it, it's exactly the same. It's boring. It's tryhards. It's just annoying.
People that are good.
I've liked playing the retro fighting games, but to be honest, they're not really, doing it. So there is a collection coming out in May. It is called the Capcom Fighting Collection 2. It's May 16th. When that comes out, it's going to feature Capcom vs. SNK 2, Street Fighter Alpha 3 Upper, Capcom Fighting Jam, among other games.
Oh, who doesn't want those?
I will start playing fighting games again with the release of that collection. We'll see how it goes.
All right.
There you go. Parasolo asks, will I try Elena when she comes out? I don't know. I guess it'll depend on many factors at that time. Are people hyped for it? Do they want to see me do it? What else am I busy doing at the time? There's a lot of factors involved. Remember, that comes out the same day as Switch 2. What a stupid release day for a new fighter. Oh, we're going to release our new fighter the same day of a brand new console that everyone's going to be talking about, everyone's going to want, everyone's going to be playing and covering.
Yeah.
Who's going to want to talk about Elena? People are going to want to see unboxings, play Mario Kart. That's what people want that day. No one gives two shits about their final DLC character. What a bunch of dunces, right? They actually think they're that important. They're not. So,
except the fact that it's coming out on Switch 2 that very day to make people a last little push to get people to buy it on Switch 2, the opening day of the fucking console. Takes 2 seconds to think about that, but all right.
We'll see what happens around that time period. At this point, I don't know if I'm getting a Switch 2 or not. So I can't even say what I'm doing that day, right?
Right.
What game am I most excited for that's not out yet? I don't know. We looked at the schedule the other day, and there was nothing that was getting me too hyped, so... Yeah, Capcom Fighting Jam is atrociously bad. It's literally the fighting game that was so dialed in and just had zero effort put into it that Capcom stopped making fighting games for, another 7 years. And then they finally got back into it with Street Fighter 4.
Definitely.
You'll see. When it comes out, I'll play with it a little bit, and we'll all laugh at it together how bad it is. 7 years. That Capcom stopped making fighting games for, another 7 years.
Wait,
it's getting me too hyped, so...
Hold on, let's get the dialed in again.
Yeah, Capcom Fighting Jam is atrociously bad. It's literally the fighting game that was so dialed in and just had zero effort put into it that Capcom stopped making fighting games for
dialed in, boys,
another 7 years. And then they finally got back into it with Street Fighter. Play with
He means phoned in. Yeah, we saw that yesterday as well. I am slipping. I'm looking for other things to have fun with. That's not this stream.
I received a $2.22 tip. It seems like indies are booming and AAA games are failing these days. Indie PC gaming especially, but also console with some Game Pass games, just not as much. Indie games seem more unique and made with more love, and AAA is just the same open world fetch quest. Gives our DLC and chefing along someone who says, hey, in the kitchen, doing an assembly, there's and passes, this much DLC, this much of this. And because of that, they're not really cooking. Because of that, they're not really cooking anymore.
What?
They're just doing an assembly line. You see the difference? A true chef who in the kitchen is using all of their culinary skills, they're tasting along the way, and they're pumping out a gourmet dish that's a life-changing artistic experience versus someone who says, how do I make this dish? Here's the instructions. Done. See? That's the difference.
I don't see it.
There's no passion. There's no talent. It's just, we're doing it for money. We're doing it for profits. And that's that.
But the chef that charges $100 for any dish is not doing it for money?
Why? There's so many games that are all samey. They don't feel different. They don't feel innovative or unique. The key factor, all right, when you're playing a game, and if it's truly going to be a good game, you should say, what memorable moment am I having in this game that's going to resonate with me moving forward? Like when we were looking at Marathon, right? And now Marathon announced and everything, and we're looking at it, we're saying, what is truly unique, interesting, different, or will resonate with this game? Nothing. Literally every piece of the Marathon formula is something taken from another game, polished up, and taped together to push out a product that feels exactly like something you've already played. So why does it exist? And that's what Bungie, a AAA studio, is pushing out. Versus, look at the games that are truly unique that we're playing right now. Blueprints, a roguelike puzzle game, right?
Yeah.
Clear Obscure, Expedition 33, a return to classic.
A return to classic shit that's already been released before?
Turn-based gameplay with modernized elements, amazing modern graphics, great music. These are the games that are resonating because the AAA games are too busy.
So, Expedition 33 is a return to shit that's already been done before?
Trying to just be a formula that will get you to buy it to pump out money so they can help the shareholders or appease the board. No one gives a fuck about your shareholders. No one cares about your board of directors. What we care about is a quality product that will entertain us. That's the core of gaming. And until you get that, you will fail and fail again. At one point, they basically got past it or was able to get away with it. But now what's happened is now with the modern internet and the way that culture has gone and grown, people now share this knowledge with each other and say this game is just they phoned it in. There's no effort here. Knowledge with each other and say this game is just they phoned it in. There's no effort here. This is too samey. They just copied everybody else. It's not worth your time. And people have stopped buying the slop. And now you've got AAA developers that are in shambles wondering what to do when all they had to do was make good games to begin with. They forgot that critical piece of the puzzle.
Critical piece?
Good games to begin with. They forgot that critical piece of the puzzle.
Never forget the critical piece. That's what I've always said. And please remember this. Do not forget the critical piece when you're dialing it in.
Had to do was make good games to begin with. They forgot that critical piece of the puzzle.
Yep. You can't forget that. You cannot forget that. Moist Critical is a cool streamer, though. He has some good takes. Moist
Think of it this way, too.
Oh, yeah, go
the
ahead,
same
go
things
ahead.
happen with TV and stuff like that. Do you remember when The Walking Dead first came out? Or when the first season of Game of Thrones was out? And how unique and interesting and good that sounded? And then all of a sudden, you're on season 42 of The Walking Dead and the 17th spin-off show, or you're in the final 2 seasons of Game of Thrones, and you're like, oh, God, this is still going? What? This plot is awful. You see? They lose their originality. They lose their ability to make something creative and artistic, and instead it's just continuing for profits. And that's when it falls off and people don't like it anymore.
Okay.
That's the difference. I can't believe.
You want to bring up Bethesda
Literally
or no?
cannot believe. That people will still watch Walking Dead content in 2025. And aren't there like 3 Walking Dead shows on TV right now? Isn't there like regular Walking Dead, Fear the Walking Dead, Watch the Walking Dead, Blow the Walking Dead, you know.
Didn't really nail this one, did
What
we?
are these shows?
Didn't think of this one out before we started, huh?
That? And by the way, in any of these shows, we're like 15 years later from when Walking Dead started. Why? Did they ever explain in any of these shows what actually caused the zombies? What actually caused the infestation? The you know, whatever it is, or is it just about the drama, the fucking drama? I bet they've never explained a goddamn thing. They never bothered because that would take actual intelligence and creativity to pull it off, as opposed to just repeating drama. That's easy. You see?
We definitely know about things, though. Big ups to Commence the Jiggling. People have stopped buying the slop. It's not like Madden, NBA 2K, Call of Duty, and so on are still dominating year-end sales charts, by the way. Exactly. The biggest games are the biggest games, and the most viewed game on Twitch this year or last year, I can't remember which, was GTA 5. Which was, you know, it was definitely a good game, but it's like the upgrade to a game they've made how many times in the past?
Well, Bluechers, you see,
that's why fucking Oblivion's getting a fucking ton of players right now.
Was originally. Bluecher says, I don't think the origin was the point of the show. If you don't realize, in season 1, or was it season 2? This season 1, they were trying to figure out the origin, and they went to the disease control center, and they were trying to find stuff. You know what I'm saying? And they couldn't find anything out. That was one of the big, epic kind of like cliffhanger plots. And then when you're like 7 seasons in, no one cares anymore. Everyone forgot.
Yeah.
It's like, wait, but don't you want to figure out how to either stop it or cure it? No, it's like we gave up on that. Now it's all about, tribalism of the fucking survivors and shit. It's like
Who wants that?
You missed the point. You really did.
Missed the point, dude. The DCC, Disease Control Center. Shoutouts to the DCC. All right.
All right, so guys, a few more minutes before we
Please, can we end this? End us. End us.
Conclude here. Now remember, we're trying to get momentum. We're trying to get goals hit so we can do the Viewer's Choice Marathon as soon as possible.
All right,
I would love to do it this
7+
Sunday.
wins.
Like, that would be my stretch goal right now. Can we get 10 goals between now and Sunday? Because then we could do the 50-goal marathon Viewer's Choice on Sunday. It would be perfect timing for it. More people would be able to attend. I'd be able to have liquor and food and everything ready for it. We'd be able to play a variety of games. It gives you enough time to nominate, and then you could vote. But we need to get some momentum going. All right? We only have today, tomorrow, and Saturday to hit 10 goals. Right now, we're at $40. Let's get that to 140 right now. Who's going to drop 20 gifted subs over on Kick? Who's going to gift $100 in a super chat? Who's going to do it right now so we can get to 140 and hit our first goal?
Okay.
Let's hit the first goal before we even start with gameplay. Then we can hit a second goal during Oblivion. Let's do it right now.
Let's see if this works out. Big ups Wesley H, who says, man who made his career playing games like they were slop is mad that games are being made in a similar way. How dare his actions have effects? And it's not just him, but it's gamers in general and his bitching publicly and other people's bitching that made games what they are now. But he's still bitching about what he has helped them become.
No, I'm not watching The Last of Us Season 2 for the 400th time. Yeah. I have no interest in the show. I hate it.
We're not being a carnival barker now, are we?
So why would I watch the show and torture myself?
We wouldn't want to be a carnival barker
need to get some Henny.
Like that asshole.
Yeah, I don't know what I want to get. What liquor should I get for the Viewer's Choice Marathon?
Definitely.
All right, I'll tell you what I'm not getting. Moonshine. That shit was disgusting. I am not having that, okay? But what else could I get that I could try for some sippy during the marathon?
What's sippy? Ooh, what's that? I'm doing the silence thing.
151 rum? What's the point of that, though? Like 151 rum, you can't really taste. You're drinking it just to get super, drunk. I mean, it's going to be the same effect as that crazy Blue Flame moonshine. It's stupid. I would much rather have something that at least has some flavor to it,
Definitely. Yeah, Daily Dead Air. That's what I need a jingle for it. That was your Daily Dead Air.
Rumplemans. I used to drink Rumplemans.
Daily Dead Air. Shoutouts to David, who sent this on Discord. So this is funny. We need distractions anyway. This guy on the left here, as you can see, says, "Oh yes, I'm very interested in them. Such powerful, majestic creatures. I'd love to get to know them better." Okay, that's the first panel. Then we're gonna go down. It says, "Oh shit, that's not good. If he tries to make love to a brown bear, it's gonna devour him, tattoo and all." So, Wolverine Doll, maybe he took inspiration from this panel. I don't know. This is from Golden Kamui. Shout outs. I want to make love to this bear. To this bear. All right, there we go.
Long time ago. Stone Cold Broken Skull IPA. I wonder if they have that at my local liquor store. I haven't looked.
Yeah, good point. Oh, N-word Sayer has entered the chat on DSP's Kick chat. N-word Sayer.
The Rock has tequila, does he? I know Hogan has beer. I haven't tried that. I have no desire to.
Why not? Why don't you go to his bar and check it out? He could pour it for you. That sounds pretty fun. Oh, wait, that's gay. Hey guys, Paula Burrow. God damn it, I have to check my headphones. That was the Daily Dead Air. The PWR
yes,
will be there.
I indeed am the third man for the Hulk Hogan podcast, despite the fact I have no idea what you're talking about. It's definitely me. You caught me.
Good joke. Let me pour you some beer, brother. That'll be $47, brother.
Yeah, me too. I would love to see a remastered GTA 4, or maybe a GTA 4 with tons of mods that makes it look modern on PC. That would be kind of neat.
I'll dip my mustache in it for an extra $5, brother. I'll take the first sip for an extra $5. You can lick it off my mustache for an extra 10. Come on, brother. Step out of the stars. Enter the real world. Stop. We're going crazy here. We're going crazy. 2 days in a row of this worst podcast ever.
Am I the new third host on LOLCOW Live since Wings was fired? What? You guys are something else. That's all I have to say.
You guys are something else.
How many times have I told you guys over and over that if something's going to happen, you'll hear it from me. And until you ever hear anything from me, nothing you hear is true. Right? All the time, someone says they're going to appear on your show. They say you're going to appear on their show. They say you're going to.
Just to reiterate, every time that Ethan Ralph said he was going to be on DSP's show, it was true. So when he twice Ethan Ralph revealed he was going to be on DSP's show, and both times that was real.
Be a host, you're going to do this, and it's all bullshit.
Except for those two times.
It's
yes,
continuous nonsense, and you know that.
Yeah. Okay.
Right? Earlier this year, I was told, "Oh, someone said you're going to appear on this show and that show." Really? Did I? Did it happen? Or are y'all just gullible? Like, for real.
And Grimner's right. That's an interesting answer. It's not a no. It does lead me to believe there's been some talk, right? It does lead me to believe they've at least reached out, but I don't think it's planned. I agree with you, Grimner. That was not a hard no, right? I think he would do it now. I think if they offered it now, he would actually do it because he knows he's on this, the resurgence is dead, but now I'm going solo and people like me again. I really think he would do it now if they gave him an idea he'd agree with. Not join the show, but I'm saying be on the show one time. He's that desperate right now.
No, I'm not watching the Thunderbolts. I haven't seen any Marvel movies since what? Since Avengers Endgame? That's the last Marvel movie I saw. And then the only Marvel content I saw after that was WandaVision. That's it. I don't think I saw a single thing past WandaVision. That's it. I never saw anything past that. So I never saw Spider-Man Far From Home, Spider-Man No Way Home.
Spider-Fan?
Anything past that. So I never saw Spider-Man Far From Home, Spider-Man No Way Home.
Spider-Man?
I did see, excuse me.
He said Spider-Man twice.
Far From Home, Spider-Man No. That's it. I never saw anything past that. So I never saw Spider-Man Far From Home, Spider-Man No Way Home. I did see, excuse me.
Shout out Spider-Man.
Enter the Spider-Verse or whatever, the 3D animation movie, because I saw it on a flight in 2019 when my wife and I were flying to and from Connecticut. It was on one of the flights, and I saw that.
Who paid for the flight? It wasn't like tax money you begged for, right? Or, was that one? Or was that when your parents were going to die the first time? Or, that was when your parents were first on their deathbed. Good point. You didn't play WP Champions on the flight, right? You wouldn't do that. I mean, that's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. I want to make up shit.
Exactly right. Bonos Techmo says,
Daily Dead Air.
Keem already said he wants a host that will fly out to places and do reality show style streams, and DSP isn't going to do that. You're absolutely right. You have to understand that I'm at a point in my life.
Oh, please.
All right?
Please.
I'm in my mid-40s. Well, about to be. I'm in 43, so I'm almost in my mid-40s, right? I'm happily married. I have a lot of responsibilities at home. I maintain a household along with my wife. I don't have the flexibility to be flying all over the country doing in-person fat camp stunts and things like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just don't.
If they make you money, though, why wouldn't you? It's a business trip.
I'm a guy who, like, if you want to do content with me, I'm more than happy to do content from my professional setup right here in my office and broadcast it over the internet. I'm not going to be doing crazy travel. I'm not going to be doing in-person pranks and stunts.
See, there's extremism.
I'm too old for that shit.
How about going to Keemstar's house for one show?
Not only do I have no interest in it, I have too many responsibilities here that I can't just abandon to go do that kind of stuff. I'm not saying that I don't think that people would like it. Are you like a caretaker for Catherine at this point? Because, I mean, she's an adult woman. She should be able to be alone for a while. It's not a dog. Just to give you a perfect example.
Yeah.
All right.
Please, go ahead.
The wild, weird shit with people on the internet. When Mike Klum and I were talking about doing a documentary, okay, one of the segments that he 100% was adamant about doing.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Was he wanted to have a day with Phil. And what he wanted to do, he wanted to follow me around and see what I did on a day. And I said, well, on an average day, it's boring. I get up and I have my breakfast. I'm streaming all day. Like, that's going to be a super boring thing. He goes, so what we want to do is we want to have a day that's like not you streaming. So what would you do on a day off?
Now, see, this is real quick to read between the lines here. A little bit of interest here. Mike wanted to really see what he does because it's like Philip always talks about how busy it is, and like a lolcow just being themselves is interesting. So I think just even a streaming day would have been very interesting for normal people because it's a lolcow doing normal shit is always interesting. So Mike Club knew what he was doing on that one, but then Phil talked him out of that and said, "How about a day off? Let's see how that would be."
I was like, "So you want to follow me to the grocery store?" Yeah.
Like, yeah,
you
definitely.
Want to follow me to the grocery store and watch me shop for groceries. Yes, this would be fascinating content.
Yes, that's true. Yes. I am now more pissed than I ever have been about Mike Club's documentary because that would be fascinating. Fascinating. To see him get pissed interact with normal human beings. It'd be like this.
Why?
Because you're a lolcow.
What are you talking about? Like, you want to watch me go to the pet store and buy like litter and look at animals in the pet store yes. What?
Yes. Why did you say it was such a good idea at the time?
I don't get it.
Okay.
1,000,000% confused. I didn't understand it. But he was insistent this is the kind of content people would want to see.
Yes,
to see that
I
you're
agree.
a real person and to see that you do things off of... I was like, yes, I'm a real person. Do you think I'm a fucking robot with a mask on? I do normal things. I act like a normal dude. Just like everybody else on Earth. Just that I don't broadcast my private life doesn't mean that there is none. Well, that's fascinating. That would humanize you and you should show the world. Why?
Yes.
Why do I need to show that to the world? Why do I give a fuck? Right? Like, it baffled me. Okay?
This is weird.
For me, content is something that you produce with intent to distribute on the internet so that it entertains an audience and it's within the confines of what's safe and what you want to share with the public. And that's your content.
What about
That's
documentaries?
what I make in my office. That's why I have...
What about documentaries that other people make about you?
This setup. That's why I have all these things here to make good content that I want to share with all of you. You know what I'm saying? Why in the holy hell does it matter where I go and how I grocery shop? Why do you even need to see that? Isn't that considered intrusive?
We need
to, like,
to make
someone's
a documentary.
life that you want to be? Like, how bizarre is that? So...
What?
I'm so fascinated with Darkside Phil, an internet gamer and content creator, that I want to go see him, go to the dump and throw bags of trash into the dump.
Yeah. It's a documentary.
What? I think that says more about these weirdos.
It's the same when they do a documentary about I'm trying to think of fucking any sports player, they do the same thing. If they did a documentary about Patrick Mahomes, they go to his house, see what he does on a normal fucking day, because that's the interesting part.
Viewers on the internet than me. Like, I'm a normal guy. As much as people don't want to believe it, I'm a very normal guy. Outside of the confines of the content that I make for you guys, everything I do is very mundane. There's nothing crazy and outlandish and wild that happens in this house. It's very normal stuff.
But people
After
want
I
to see
stream,
that.
I walk downstairs. My wife's making dinner. We have a dinner together. We clean up. We sit on the couch, talk about our days, watch some TV, have a coffee, right? Then, you know what I'm saying? Go and do this, do that. Normal shit.
Yeah,
You
so
know what I'm
why-
saying? Like,
then why is cleaning out your closet something that should be hype? But watching you do normal shit that's outside of the normal not interesting. Logan K in the house says, capturing the mundane can get the juiciest moments while making a documentary. DSP has no idea why people watch him. He will never, ever get it. Yeah, he thinks he's normal. He thinks he's a normal person. But the reason he has the viewership he has even today is because he's not a normal person. So seeing him do normal person shit would be very entertaining. Extremely entertaining. Wesley H says, I have a lot of responsibilities at home. Doesn't cook, doesn't do laundry, or clean his closet without 7,500 guaranteed. But sure, yeah. He has a lot of responsibilities at home. To what? Like, it really makes Catherine sound like she can't do anything by herself now, kind of, right? Like, she can't be alone by herself for a day. I mean, come on.
Incredibly normal stuff. I just don't understand at all why people want to be so fucking intrusive to my life.
Yes, that's it. You're seeing now why he didn't want to do the documentary, by the way. Iwamoto says, the man is coded in good content repellent. Yep. This got a chance at some interesting stuff.
And care about this stuff. Like, it has nothing to do with you. It's none of your fucking business to begin with.
How did we get here,
right?
man?
The fact that I have stuff that I do.
How did we even get here? I forgot. What was the question?
That
It's like
you are
ask
not
the
a
king.
part of is a good thing. The fact that you're not able to be intrusive to every part of my life. The fact that I have a separation between my private life and my public life is good. It's one of the major problems that I had in my life is that I didn't have that separation for a very long time. It took me a while to determine that separation because I was oversharing and I was showing everything that I was doing in my fairly mundane life. Okay? This is just bizarre to me, you know? So, oh, well, Phil, we'd like you to be a part of this show, but then you got to fly out and you got to be a part of this stunt and you got to do this and you got to do that.
Okay, got it. Okay.
My end-all, be-all of my life is no longer going to be the content I put on the internet. Do you guys understand that?
Oh.
Like, I'm happily married. I have a really good private life that has nothing to do with what we're doing here. And that should be acceptable to everyone, and you should respect that. It shouldn't be, oh, well, you're not willing to do things. You're not willing to do this.
Well, let me tell you what this is telling us right now. It definitely says, like, Keemstar, someone made an offer to DSP to join again, but he's really, like, kind of, like, hurt by this offer, don't you think? Like, he's like, how dare you ask me to do that kind of stuff, huh?
It shouldn't be, oh, well, you're not willing to do things. You're not willing to do this risk or this. No, I'm just not willing to sacrifice the good life that I have to act like I'm a 20-year-old who doesn't have that life, who has no responsibilities, who could just drop anything on a whim and run out the door and act like a jackass for personal profits on the internet. I don't care.
Okay.
I don't have that desire to be the most prominent internet jackass and have everyone talk about me on a daily basis. What's the next stunt Phil's going to pull? What's the next crazy thing Phil's going to appear in? No, it doesn't appeal to me at all. It's stupid. All right? But maybe that's because I'm just so different from these other internet content creators who are just so hungry for this internet fame and shit, right? I really do feel like there's a lot of people out there who are frustrated with me because I essentially have so much reach and pull, but I don't do anything with it, right? Like,
dude, oh my God, man. I have so much reach and pull, but I don't do anything with it.
Every time that I do a stream, every time that I say something or do something.
As we sit here with 340 viewers combined, let's talk about the reach.
There's literally thousands of people who are exponentially echoing that out to the internet, right? Usually in very toxic, defamatory
That's
ways.
us.
But I have some pretty crazy reach when you think about it, considering the fact that I'm a 17-year creator who only gets a few hundred views on a stream and a few thousand views on a video if I'm lucky.
Let me ask the two ladies, what do you think about DSP's reach? He said his yeah, definitely. Go ahead.
Lucky. But yet, things that I say and do, everyone hears about, right? So I think what it is, a lot of people are like, why don't you use that to your advantage? Why don't you use this internet notoriety or infamy or whatever it is to get over and become wealthy? Why don't you constantly do these lolcow-like things, these stunts, participate in these things? Don't you, like you just said, don't you think that Keem would be interested in having you as the third host of lolcow Live? I'm sure he probably is. I'm sure that if I actually opened myself up and I said, hey, I'm willing to sacrifice everything that I built, this separation of work and personal, and I'll just give up the personal. So now I'm open and available to do whatever. You need to fly me out to do this stunt. You need to have me over here, do this special event, do this. I'm available. Don't you think that he'd be interested? I'm pretty sure he would be, but I have no interest in that at all. I want to be able to have fun doing the kind of positive content that I like, but also have my own private life going on here.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? But people don't seem to respect that. You know, to some extent, that's a huge reason why the Kino Casino was so upset with me. Will you do this crazy thing? Will we do this giant idea where you're going to have a...
The giant ideas? We're asking you to go to Hogan's bar as a friend and record some content there that would have been fucking huge. And the other ideas came from Philip with his Guntbusters idea. So they were upset because every single idea was met with you know, negativity. And it doesn't matter how small the idea was, Philip doesn't want to do anything outside of what he's already doing now. And that's why he was met with negativity. And also, Philip didn't offer any ideas himself outside of Guntbusters.
Will you do this crazy thing? Will we do this giant idea where you're going to have a super villain enemy that you're going to do gaming challenges with? No. That's the stupidest fucking idea I've actually ever heard.
Then
that's like a 4-year-old would come up with that idea, and that's your best idea, huh?
Okay, Philip.
Wow. I guess you just really weren't as smart as you thought, or that you portrayed, or that everyone thought, because, man, your ideas are dumb.
Let's see
and
about
that's why I'm not want to do
DSP's
them.
ideas.
And by the way, if I do these ideas, that gives up everything I've built as a creator up to this point, because now I'm going to be inundated with so much nonsensical daily fucking drama. And yeah, long term, maybe it would result in some more views and infamy and money, but I don't care.
All right, let me give you some of the ideas that DSP was pitching to them, because he makes fun of their he makes fun of their ideas. So I wanted to give you some of his ideas. I hope you like the Ghostbusters, because we can go in on this shit. Like, I will slowly talk about him a bit more, and then when you guys come back from your vacation, in which he messaged Triple P about 18 times before he came back, he said, we can do a full show where you expose him to me. Like, I'm just a dope, and you guys are all scientific and know all about him. So this is my education. And we could call it Guntbusters and even ham it up. I have a full Ghostbusters outfit from almost a decade ago, and I wore it for Halloween. I can put it on again. Shit, we can get an AI song made for it. Whoa, man, you have the money for that? How do you have the money for an AI song to be made? Holy shit, you must be rolling in dough, Philip. Anyways, if we go all out as part of Kinoween, I think this could make your fans go crazy. Just saying my name on my Twitter made people and him go nuts. Great idea. This doesn't seem like a bad idea for elementary schoolers. Definitely. You want to hear how... Let's see what Elton John thinks about this one. Yeah, good point here. Let's see what he says here. Where are you, Elton? Wake up, Elton. Wake up. Wake up, Elton. Here you are. I am dented. We are all more dented for hearing the fucking idea. Logan K says what he's afraid of is the idea that a documentary would confirm what we've already suspect. He's terminally online with nothing outside of streaming. Yes, that's why he can't do it. Because literally it would be him waking up, good morning, cat, if that, and then going up to the office and sitting there steaming, coping and seething on the internet for the entire day. That is 100% what it would be. So he'd have to make up shit to do to pretend that's not it. And that would be kind of tough, right? Yes, Kat. Please remember to act normal, like this is something we always do every day. So, Catherine, how was not working yesterday? Yes, Philip, that was fun. I enjoyed myself yesterday. Great story, Catherine. How about the laundry? That went off without a hitch. Philip, thanks for asking. That's what it would be. Oblivion NPCs. Very happy dude 69 says, watch TV, plan a 2-year snaking. A lot of fun. Spoon one says, footage of Phil playing sports, Iron Man numbers. Oh my God, can you imagine? Can you imagine throwing a baseball? Throwing a baseball and get 1 million. Throw a baseball once. Not even play catch. Just throw a baseball.
All I want to do is have fun content for my small audience. As small as it is, it's still very supportive. And to have a nice private life that doesn't get fucked with. That I don't have to fly to Hulk Hogan's bar to hang out with you because I have a wife who I'd rather spend time with. You know what I mean? But
that is unhinged. That is unhinged and not normal. Hanging out with the bros on a special occasion with someone you clearly like. Let's not pretend we don't like Hogan, Philip. He spent more money on Hogan than the fucking mortgage. So, but yeah, you're right. This is all about Triple P. I don't know how we got back to Triple P, but we're back.
To hang out with you because I have a wife who I'd rather spend time with. You know what I mean?
And he offered to take her as well.
Get that. These people are fucked in the head.
Yep.
To them, these people in their minds, like, the internet notoriety is the most important thing in life. You must have it. You must take hold of it. No. I'm actually sane. You understand?
Ah, yes.
I'm normal. Not like these fucking people who are just wired to this shit 24/7. I'm not like that at all. I'm the opposite, the polar opposite. And you say, well, you're squandering what you have. I'm not squandering anything. Okay. I'm actually showing the way to normal people of how to conduct yourself in life. To not be an asshole. To not be fucked. To not give everything up and sacrifice every piece of self-respect or normalcy in your life for private gains or personal, oh, I'm rich now. Who cares if you're rich if you're an asshole?
Ah, yes.
So no, I'm not going to be doing this kind of stunt stuff. So that's what you say. Are you going to be the third host on LOLCOW Live? No.
You could have just said no and been done and been normal, but actually went on this whole rant, which shared way more about your personality than you ever wanted to. Jesus Christ, man.
No, I'm not.
Okay, that would have been it.
Absolutely not. You know the realm of the qualifications of what it would be, something that I'd be willing to do. I'm not going to change my life, sacrifice my life for this short-term nonsense game. It's just stupid. It's fucking dumb.
Thanks for showing begging is the way.
Okay.
NW News says he did something on May 1st with his reach and pull. He definitely
did.
The
show. And then let's get set up for Oblivion.
Where's the 50
Thanks
bucks?
for the early support, everyone. We're almost a third of the way to our goal for the stream. And it's been a good one. So remember, everyone, it's a short week for me. I'm only one more day of streaming until my break. But then I come back and have a super-duper
one more
long
day.
next week.
Yep.
Good stuff today.
Good stuff.
I hope that tomorrow we'll be able to talk about how great Oblivion and Blueprints were. And also how hopefully
give you an update on how we did,
on Wednesday. So let's get
back
set
again.
up here. What I wanted. Let's get set up here. So we're doing Oblivion, so it's bottom right corner, right? Yes, it's over. Let's get that on. Let's get everything set up. And
streaming with loading screens.
I'm only just... Did I turn off the wrong light again? I did. I do this every day now.
Okay.
So, let's do some brief highlight clips. This will only be like a 5-minute break.
We'll see
about that. Like stretch my legs, use the bathroom, and when we come back, it'll be Oblivion remastered. And I'm excited to see where the game goes today with the ray tracing on finally. We literally just turned it on at the end of the last stream, and it looks great. Remember, we want to hit the goals for the next several days. We want to try to hit as many as possible.
Oh, I started playing that with my kids a little bit. So I I compromised with Chew to play with the kids, but I can't like do that much killing of human stuff, you know, so I kind of avoid that. But my one son, it's so freaked out when I steal stuff, and we got arrested. I have one son that likes to do bad stuff and one son that doesn't, but the other son's like, don't pull, do not steal that, do not steal that. I was like, come on, you got to steal stuff in the game, man. You got to steal. Like, don't do that. Don't do that.
So that we can actually get to our Viewer's Choice Marathon
It's
reward.
fun, but I got to steal. That's my whole fucking character. I got to steal, man. He's like, don't steal that. Do not.
Try to hit as many as possible so that we can actually get to our Viewer's Choice Marathon reward, maybe even as early as this weekend, okay? But in the meantime, enjoy these highlight clips. I'll be back in just a few minutes.
All right, so he left at 17. 22, still not back. We're back. Oh, looks like we did do quick.
Finally,
6 minutes.
we got
Not
them.
bad.
Yeah, out of them. Very nice. Okay. Look, it's funny. We're playing Skyrim highlights, and we're about to play Oblivion. There you go. Okay.
Synchronicity.
Get started, everybody.
Pick up some gators. Says Phil has nothing about the internet either. Take it away, and you take him away. Aside from his legacy of the guy who left the camera on, he is the most online person you know. I promise you that.
Here we go.
Like he has this
Let's
big life
begin.
outside of the internet. He has nothing.
Let's.
All right.
Did the game just fuck up?
What happened?
What are you talking about? It just sucks. Like none of them have any good loot. Their loot stinks. Well, I didn't want to give up all my shit. Of course, I'm sure I could have gotten it back, but.
Wait, what happened? Let's see what happened here. Kind of interesting. Kind of want to see what happened.
Glad you will not live to see the day Lord Dagon walks the earth.
The time of cleansing is almost here.
Level up. Nice.
The time of cleansing is almost here.
The time of cleansing is almost here.
Cool. Well, screw them. It just sucks. Like none of them have any good loot. Their loot stinks.
Is he playing on easy?
Well, I didn't want to give up all my
No.
shit. Of course, I'm sure I could have gotten it back, but
I don't care.
I have the key. What are you talking about? I have the key. What?
Uh-oh.
The gate requires a key. I have the key. I got it off of all of them. Did the game just fuck up? Don't tell me the game is glitched. Where's the keyhole?
Let's
I
let
think
him
the
figure
game's
this out,
fucked
then we'll
up.
get out of here. We'll be
I
back
took
tomorrow
the key from them,
We'll be back tomorrow for a pre-stream tomorrow.
but now the gate won't open.
I think that being said, it'll be Thursday, but maybe Friday. I'll let you know, obviously. But we'll be back tomorrow for hopefully we did better than this one. The ending raised this one a few points in interest, but not that much.
I literally looted it from 2 guys, and the key doesn't open the door.
Uh-oh.
And what fucking key did I just pick up? I think the game is fucked up.
Uh-oh. We got that other news. So the same wife we abandoned on an anniversary, it's as if he thinks they want to shoot him out of a cannon into a patch of cactuses and razor blades. That's what he's trying to make you think with the extreme stunts that Keemstar does.
We're in the Shrine of Dagon. So why doesn't this key open up any of the doors in the Shrine of Dagon?
That's a gate. Not
So
sure
it's
about
fucked.
when the Kaching will be.
So
The
I can't
deadline
advance
is
the plot
Thursday.
because I attacked
but
them? Well, that's dumb. You should be able to do it however you want, and we have
We'll let
the
you know.
key,
Won't be
but
too
it
long.
doesn't open the fucking gate. What a bunch of fucking idiots.
You hear that, Howard? Howard! Todd Howard! This is your game time!
You need a VIP and OG badge to open the gate. Oh, of course. Look, I have the fucking key.
Yeah, that's what the plan is, but just wait till chat tells you what to do.
What the hell?
Oh, he's playing on medium difficulty. Okay.
Try shooting the lever, says Soup Duke. You think you can? You think you can shoot something through the bars? I don't know. We could try.
Why don't you try it?
I don't know.
Why don't you try it? Remember, he played this 2 years ago, though, so it's no hype, and he knows how everything works.
Nope. It just passes through it.
Nope. Try again. That one didn't hit good enough. Nailed it.
Does nothing. It bounces off. So now I have to reload and basically go along with their plot because the game is bugged. And the key that they give you doesn't open the locks in the room. Doesn't make any fucking sense.
Go along with the
How
bug
does it make any
plot.
sense that they all give you keys and the keys don't open the doors in the area?
I'm guessing there's a pull thing over here.
Stupid idiots.
I don't remember this exactly.
Hey, we remastered it, but we didn't actually fix anything that doesn't work. We just upped the graphics. Oh, okay.
I thought there was a pull lever in this case. There you go. Go there. Go there. You have the key to that.
I guess we gotta reload.
What? You have the key to that. That's the key you have. Go there. That's the key you have. What? Why would you not go in there?
Crap.
What? Why would you not go in there? It's... Oh my god, what? You need a key that he has. How do you not go in there? How do you not go in the key? That's amazing. Oh, just because the waypoint said go straight? Is that it? I guess that could be. The red arrow at the top said go that way. Like, I gotta go this way, dude. Huh? It's saying go straight. How much hand holding do we need? God. Yeah, the character didn't say go forward now. Well, let's see this. Look at this sneaker. Look at this. Stealth Archer Phillip. Oh, he's going for the backstab. Look, come on. Hit him with it. Ooh.
Fuck.
Oh.
Dawn. Welcome. You do not.
Hello. What are you doing here? Can I help you?
Take it. It's worthless to me anyway.
Take it.
Arrow awaits within.
Take it. It's worthless to me anyway. He let me steal the key. What the heck?
So you see that's where you're supposed to go in the first place?
I am Harrow. You have as
So I have to give him my possessions because the game is glitched.
Very
Great.
Hey man, what are you doing here? You here to hang out?
Then very annoying.
All right, let's let him see. Let's see him get past this point.
Dawn is breaking.
Yeah. They have to. Oh, I see. They have to open the door for him. Those dudes, but he killed those dudes. Let's see. Am I right?
Come.
Oh yeah. See, I think he killed everybody that was supposed to open the door for him. Oh man, that's not a game bug.
Huh?
That's his own fucking fault.
He walked in, but he walked back. What's going on?
Come.
I kind of want to see the end of this. What time is it? All right, we'll see where this leads. Then we'll get out of here.
All right, I guess we're going a different way. He must have opened the door I couldn't open before. Maybe now I can kill him, but he already took all my shit, so...
Yeah, you got hit. He needs to take you around, man. If you kill everybody that can open all the doors, there's not going to be a way to open the doors.
I have no weapons or anything. You've had 30 crashes so far playing this on Xbox? Damn, I haven't had any crashes.
I've had 0 crashes. Yeah, good point. An unremarkable sane person. Hey, could you please apologize to Todd?
Praise be to your brothers and sisters.
You know what Todd? You know what Bethesda's got to be thinking right now? He's like, what else can we remaster?
Oh, wait a minute. Is the ray tracing on? I just realized it reset all my graphics.
How fast can we get Morrowind back, guys? That's what I'm asking you. How fast? How much time do you need? Because get on it right the fuck now. All right, guys?
Maybe the ray tracing isn't on.
Skyrim. All right, guys. How long until it's not weird to do a Skyrim remaster? 2 years?
Yeah, look.
All right, then after that, what's next? Daggerfall.
I'm turning the ray tracing on. The lighting wasn't on until now.
Fuck the next Elder Scrolls. Keep remastering.
Hear now the words of Lord Dagon. When I walk the earth again, the faithful among you shall receive your reward, to be set above all other mortals forever. As for the rest, the weak shall be winnowed. The timid shall be cast down.
When you play, do you do this kind of shit, or do you pretend like you're playing really? Like, I would never do this, because I like to pretend I'm kind of playing actually. I would stay in the crowd, but Philip's, I think, that kind of dude that would just go wherever.
The mighty shall tremble at my feet and pray for pardon.
I'd be staying down here.
Praise be.
I might be trying to pickpocket, but I'd be staying down here.
Your reward, brothers and sisters. The time of cleansing draws nigh. I go now to paradise. I shall return with Lord Dagon at the coming of the dawn.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, pretty cool. Pretty cool. Philip, you enjoying yourself? Looks like it.
Mankar Cameron escaped to his realm of paradise with the Amulet of Kings and closed his magical portal behind him, but the Mysterium Xerxes itself is here in the shrine. I must get the Mysterium Xerxes. It is my only hope of finding a way to recover the amulet. If I had gone crazy and like fought them with my fist, could I have knocked everyone out and taken the amulet and ran away?
Definitely. Why don't you give it a shot?
A new brother who wishes to bind him.
That's how he learns everything that happened, because he doesn't pay attention to any of the shit that really happens in the game. He just needs those updates, and that's how he gets what he's supposed to do.
To the service of Lord
Dagon these nuts.
Advance, initiate. You have come to dedicate yourself to Lord Dagon's service. This pact must be sealed with red drink.
Go.
The blood of Lord Dagon's enemies.
Oh, yummy. I can't wait.
Take up the dagger and offer Lord Dagon the sacrificial red drink as pledge of your own life's blood, which shall be his.
This is what you have to do to get into DSP's Discord, by the way. Same process.
I will slay the sacrifice. So you're being forced to do it.
Lord Dagon thirsts for red drink. Sate him.
Except for the option that said, no, I won't do that. But, okay. They said there was an option that said, don't do it. How do Guess I'm being forced to do it. Except there was a choice that said no? Okay. What are you looking for? What are you...
No, not load save. I want to do individual save.
Oh my god.
All right, ready?
Oh, he's gonna try to do it, kill her instead? This is not gonna go well, man.
The dawn is breaking!
The time of cleansing is almost here.
You are weak!
Fuck, I didn't mean to fall. I have no feeling he took out my inventory. This sucks. I almost killed her.
Yeah, but there's 18 other people. Knock his ass out. Got him. Good swing, King. The wind will get him.
The time of cleansing
He almost caught a cold.
Here.
Only the chosen will survive the cleansing.
The time of cleansing is almost here!
Just keep running in circles.
Be glad you will not live to see the cleansing. The time of cleansing is almost here!
Later, Grimner.
Only the chosen will survive the cleansing.
Let's wait till he dies, then we'll be out of here.
How did I just miss? Oh my god.
Look at this. Pro gamer here. Check this out. Bam!
How did I just miss? Oh my god.
You are
hit him with one of these, but actually not hit him. Oh!
If only I could hit them.
It's okay. We still got this.
If only I could have hit them. Maybe I could have won, but I couldn't hit them.
That went well. Masterful plan. Both in execution and construction.
Try again. A couple tips came in. I'll give those a look in a second.
Let's see those, then we'll go.
Paradise awaits.
He's trying again?
The dawn is breaking.
killed her.
Now what? It's not over, though.
Okay,
Using her weapon against him. There we go.
Only the chosen will survive.
There we go.
Big up Ryan. He is really good at games. Even games he's played before. He knows exactly how it works. Makes it look so fun. Just running around the podium endlessly.
I actually survived. I killed everyone in the temple. The only bummer is that the sacrifice still died.
So it's kind of all for nothing,
him to die. I wanted to save him, but everyone else, they all died because I killed them all.
So now what?
I murdered them all. Wow. Okay, well. That's the way the cookie crumbles, I guess. All right, we have to now equip everything. So what was I using? Was I using the katana? I think I was, right?
How can you watch this, man? This is unbelievable. Imagine watching this. There's not even a care about talking anymore. He just locked in.
I want to drop, I said. Wrong button. Oh, my God. The menu is a little cumbersome. You got to get used to it.
Not really. If you played it a lot before. They made it better, actually. The menu is the menu, but they made it better. I guess I am watching this Invisible Mute. You're right.
And now, of course, all of my inventory is no longer mapped. So
if you use the controller, you're asking for it, man. Use the controller? Is he using a controller? That is rough.
Wait, is it mapped again? Okay.
Well, I don't know how you do that. The menu is clearly made for a mouse, I think.
We killed them all. All right, so some shout-outs. Cade did a $2 super chat. Do you have the I Spawn I Die song somewhere? Well, I Spawn I Die was made by, Ghost Drone. Many, many, many moons ago. If you can find Ghost Drone's YouTube channel, you'll find it on there.
Oh.
I do have a playlist of the popular songs, but I don't have it on me right now. It might be the playlist command. I'm not sure. I just got a $1 tip. Someone says, what you're experiencing could be a regular experience with mods. I'm not sure how many 100% stable mods there are. Game-breaking bugs should be expected, in my opinion. But yeah, but we're not mod.
There's no mods,
I didn't mod anything.
Fuck.
We're just this is the base Oblivion remaster. So I don't know if them not having the key was a problem, if it was intended. You know, I don't know. Like another $1 tip, if Bethesda mod causes instability, you should expect 10 times from the modding community.
Not a mod.
So what you're basically saying is this is essentially a mod, right? Gotcha. Then I got a $3 tip.
There is a mod? Is he using mods or just a base game? They do have mods for this, I know, but he's not using them.
Dog. Well, thank you, whoever. If this is Hair of the Dog, thank you for a $3 tip. Good to have you here today. We're now up to 47 bucks to support our goal of 150, so we're about a third of the way there, guys. Hope so far that you're enjoying the slow but steady start to Oblivion Remastered today.
Slow but steady.
What the?
Any comment?
When did I take her clothes off? I don't remember disrobing that Mythic Dawn agent, but okay, if you say so. I don't remember disrobing that Mythic Dawn agent, but okay, if you say so.
Check your inventory. I bet you have it. Quick, run away, run away, run away. Anyways. All right, my friends, that will do it. This is a rough one. We got a kind of interesting ending, but the beginning was not great. I'll do timestamps today so you can know the best part to watch if you're just catching up. You're all legends. We'll see you tomorrow for another one, and we'll make it better tomorrow, I promise. See you next time. Bye.